If Lands Could Kill, featuring Knifecity, Ryke, Samhain Crow, and Hot Sauce.
All right. Welcome.
Welcome to If Lands Could Kill.
What's worse, ball cancer or AIDS?
It's a very thin line of words.
Well, either
Black or crippled?
crippled. Either way, your balls are useless at that point. Ball cancer, AIDS. It's not going to bode well.
Black or crippled, balls are useless. God damn it, Peter! Why do you bring me here? Strip club? Anyone?
Yeah. Well, that was an interesting. My name's Knifecity, and I'm joined by these fucks. Fuck number one.
Oh man, we're doing this totally
way backwards.
Hey, this is Hot Sauce. Hey, I'm number 2.
Yeah.
But number 2's doing just fine.
And we got Ryke.
Fuck number 3, right?
Yeah.
And the new guy, Samhain Crow.
And the last fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The last
bringing up the
one.
rear.
I'm bringing up your rear.
Oh yeah, baby.
Hey now. So it's been quite a while since we sat down and actually looked at each other's ugly fucking faces. So what have you guys been up to lately? Ryke, I'm looking at you.
Oh,
Fuck number 3.
I'm looking right back at you. I've been fucking working my ass off.
New MTG gay cast.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah, it's
Speed dating.
This is a new genre of cast where
Magic the Gang.
we're breaking ground on. But I've been up to work and I've been playing a little more airsoft with my brother-in-law and father-in-law, which has been a lot of fun. I've been spending way too much money on that now. That's my next obsession is airsoft, besides Magic. But
Right
I
on.
haven't been playing too many games or anything. I haven't done really too much interesting things in the past couple weeks.
I know,
Just kind
you
of
need to get back in the Magics, or at
Yeah,
least
we need you
gaming
back,
or
buddy.
something.
Yeah, I need to get I
Your
bought,
nerd cred's going way down, bro.
I played fucking
You're looking like a normie.
Wasteland 2. I had backed this. I kickstarted this game. I don't know if people out there played like Fallout or anything like that. Those kind of games. It's like a post-apocalyptic kind of like world that they put you in. But there's a game called Wasteland 2, which is like the original, like the OG fucking post-apocalyptic setting kind of game. It's like a strategy game where you fucking like it's all turn-based and shit.
Like XCOM, right?
Like XCOM.
I love turn-based games
Yeah.
so much. So I'm going to hit you up about this game now.
So this game is I kickstarted it back like I don't know.
What was it called?
A couple years ago, Wasteland 2.
Wasteland 2?
Yeah, there was the original Wasteland, which was like back on like DOS, like
Nice.
era, like way back in the like early '90s or whenever that fucking era was.
CDOS run.
Remember when
Yeah.
computers didn't have fucking mice?
Yeah,
Didn't have a mouse? What the hell is that, dude?
Yeah, how are you supposed to
How
get
old
that
are you
thing?
again?
Yeah, how do you open shit?
Yeah, right? No, our school just sucked.
You know the satisfaction of like cleaning the mouse? You know, you take the ball out.
The
and
old
then
school
there's-
back.
Yeah, and then there's like that little thing.
film of
and you,
lint that's in
yeah,
there,
and then
you
you
just,
get your like
scrape it
nail
off.
clippers and that weird little middle part that comes out and you scratch it off. Put the ball back in. You're like, that's
yeah.
nice.
I never
That is nice.
cleaned it out. I just like pulling the ball the playing with the ball. The ball was good. It was pretty cool, honestly. Besides the gay joke part of it, the ball was fun.
We've been playing with balls for a long time.
Yeah, rubber ball there.
Early start on the ball play.
We're getting somewhere. We're breaking ground.
I don't know. Remember, like when they had like when the ball was dirty, and then he'd like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it had a little dot, a little divot in it or whatever. You know.
Yeah, those are the days. Yeah,
it's
there's
better.
nothing. There is not. That's like the cool side of the pillow. Like, like when you get the fucking the mouse going like perfect smooth.
Now everybody with their goddamn illuminated keyboards.
I know.
and
Like, what's this
fucking-
like optical and
These
laser
young
lights?
bastards out there nowadays.
They don't appreciate the finer things in life.
39.1 surround sound headphones. I don't understand.
Those bastards.
Yeah.
All right, go
But
on.
the Wasteland 2 game,
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
fucking awesome, by the way. If you like, if you ever played the original Fallout or Fallout 2, the turn-based ones, fucking amazing. Just the story.
Fallout Tactics, too, right?
Yeah, Fallout Tactics is a good one, too. But the story of it, like, the writing's, like, fucking spot on. The humor in it's really good. The fucking action, like, the gameplay's really good. Like, I've gotten to a part, like, in a lot of games, like, I put it on, like, medium difficulty or whatever. And a lot of games, like, medium difficulty is, like, pretty, like, easy.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, like, that's... Medium's the new easy.
But you can, like, appreciate the story a little better because you're not just frustrated.
But this
all the
game,
time.
I was like, I'll just put on medium and, like, play through it like I would any other game, like, breeze through it. This game is fucking, like, raping my asshole on medium. I'm just like
it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I haven't felt this in years.
Damn it, what's Star Wars quote.
Oh yeah, Chewie and I have gotten to tighter places than this before.
It's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he's like, "There's a presence I haven't felt in years." You know?
In a long time.
I thought you were talking about something else. Giggity.
Same connotation there.
Yeah. But anyways, this game, it's really good. I'm glad I kickstarted it. And I love Kickstarter, by the way. It's fucking awesome. Especially for games. Like, I don't kickstart, like, art projects or anything like that. If you see that shit on there, it's like, they're doing, like, anal... like fucking squirting on paint, like canvas. Like I don't
Bunch of paint up there and just someone steps on it. You seen that Vine video where the chick like there's a dog laying on her side and there's this like hot looking chick sitting there and she's like petting him. She lifts his tail for whatever reason. She like lifts his tail real quick. And then all of a sudden, he just like diarrhea sharts all over her face.
Oh, it's anal glands.
Whatever. It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's art. And then everyone's like, wait.
No,
let me paint you.
Don't move. I don't think it was on purpose. It was just she like freaked out afterwards. It was.
Well, that's actually the name of my new band is Anal Glands.
Yeah.
That's a good one. The amazing anal glands.
So I'll have to check it out.
But anyways, Wasteland 2, great game. Probably like 8-9 hours into it, and probably haven't even gone through half of it. But it's a lot of fun. It's definitely a kickback to like that era of turn-based strategy games, which I love.
Right on.
Gets me excited for Mad Max.
Sell me one of your guns, dude. Give me a gun.
All right.
I want to shoot some food.
We'll meet me in the alley, and I'll give it. Sell to you. I already shaved off the cereals and stuff. So
Yeah.
you're good.
You gotta put it in like a brown paper bag.
Yeah.
Leave it in the dumpster. I'll give it.
They have like those Renaissance fair type deals. They have a wasteland like that too. You can start going
Really?
up to that. Yeah.
They do?
What are you talking about?
I would love post
Like, well, you know how people dress up like Vikings and like knights and fighting and stuff.
No.
I mean,
Well, you ever seen
What? You go, motherfucker!
Why?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, there's a wasteland version of it.
I would
It's
totally
Mad
go
Max style, like
and,
full
like,
on.
fucking-
Like that's, I mean, I
was thinking
done
the game
those, but that
still. I was
sounds
like,
fun
what
to
the
me.
Oh, like this is real life.
Gotcha.
Like I know a guy who goes, like I need to hit him up and like
You fucking
catch
get like
a ride one
spiky
day.
shoulders,
Yeah,
a cod
it's-
piece.
Well, it's
fucking
over the
shape.
top, beyond nerdy.
No, dude.
I wanna
Ryke and
try
I
it
have gone. Ryke went 1 year,
So
and then
we're talking about not the Fallout one though, the Renaissance.
we went into the video game, and then we were in the
Well,
wasteland.
yeah, we were in the video game. I don't know if it was the mushrooms.
Yeah. So he went the first year, I believe, with some of his buddies, some of our buddies, whatever. And then the next year, they're like, "Hey, you want to go?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to fucking go. It sounds amazing." I don't know why. I'm like, I'm so pumped. It sounds amazing.
It's beyond nerdy. It sounds fun.
Yeah. So then we went, and it was fucking fantastic. The what do you want to call it? Like the LARPing or whatever, like the
whole like
live action role playing
Yeah.
stuff. Honestly, it was boring for like 95% of it. Like
I'm
it's
sure if
pretty
you were
boring.
out there and like doing it, it
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be as bad.
Sometimes-
Watching it's like, nah.
Dude, there's a couple moments though where it comes down to like the last two guys, and they're just beating the shit out of each other with like maces covered in like it's like a real fucking mace, but then they wrap it with like memory foam or whatever. Like it's still 12 pounds swinging through the air. People are getting fucked up. There's an ambulance standing by. It's like that part is actually badass. But
These people, like some of these people, look like they're from that era. Like I would never want to run into you like in real life. Out of like if you were to kill me.
And plus, there's like lamb chops and chicks with tight corsets with their
Yeah,
titties.
but
and
these
that-
No, not these ones. Not these ones.
Not the best
these ones.
girls.
No.
The girls are not the. They're not,
have you
they got
ever
big
seen-
tits, but they're not the best girls you want to.
It's like if that corset wasn't there, those things would be hitting the knees.
That's absolutely, you
He's swinging low, sweet chariot.
You nailed it. You nailed it. Some of them are good looking, but they always have boyfriends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They always have. And the
In a
boyfriend is always.
situation like that,
The boyfriend is wearing a fucking loincloth, and he's 6'6", and he.
Yeah, chiseled abs.
Oh yeah.
And he will kill you.
His cock is
Take him out.
visibly
Take
hitting
him
his
out.
ankles.
Yeah, it's honestly when you see him walking around, they're only going to the bathroom to go back to him or something like that. And you see him, you're like, okay, yeah, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, I understand. It's fine.
You guys ever seen the movie Sasquatch Gang? If you haven't, you really need to. It's beyond hilarious. It's Justin Long.
Right, the Samhain Crow advice corner. Go ahead.
No, seriously, this movie is fucking. There's no way you don't like it. It's called Sasquatch Gang, and they have like these couple of fucking real nerdy kids that are LARPing. The whole fucking mace wrapped in fucking foam shit. They have that going on, and it's like a coming of age story a little bit, but at the same time they're trying to hunt Sasquatch. And it has what's that black guy who's in Jumanji?
Jumanji.
What?
Yeah,
Like
well,
Jumanji?
You hear that?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
No, whatever. But anyways,
Wesley Snipes.
he's like the Sasquatch fucking expert, and he comes in like licks the fucking Sasquatch poop. This is real.
It's the cop, right? From Jumanji.
There's like one black guy in Jumanji.
The guy that makes the shoe cobbler dude.
Yeah, the cop.
Yeah, the cop.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
fucking
that
it's not Cuba Gooding Jr. Who the hell is it?
They all look like
Oh, it's Jackie Chan. Hey, Jackie Chan.
Not the guy for Star Trek.
Yeah. It's his name. Oh my
It's the
god.
guy from Reading Rainbow.
It is.
We'll Google it.
Well, he does some fucking actual like. book
someone Google
reading
that for
thing.
us.
I think literally actually.
We
does
all know
Reading
his
Rainbow.
fucking name. That's the problem.
He does actually. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
No, that's not the Reading Rainbow guy.
No, but there's a new one that does the same shit. Same guy reading books. to kids.
No, they kickstarted it back up. So
Well,
they're
that's that
reading-
guy.
Yeah, no, it's the same
Okay.
Reading Rainbow guy.
It's the
from back
best
in the
thing
day.
ever. I looked up Jumanji Black, and Jumanji Black Guy is the first thing.
I love Google. Google knows everything.
Google knows how dumb we are.
Google's like, I know you're not prejudiced, but here you go.
David Allen Greer.
David
David
Allen.
Allen Greer.
That guy's
I
great.
love David Allen
Yeah,
Greer.
it's great.
He is good, actually. I like that
I
guy.
enjoy his acting. But
anyway.
really, honestly,
What,
though,
his
that's
antics.
just,
Oh,
it's just-
you,
Yeah.
David Allen Greer.
It really is a good movie. It's a fun little watch.
It's going on my Netflix queue right now.
I thoroughly suggest
on
it.
there.
It's a good movie.
Oh man! But anyways, games and things and shooting other people with plastic BBs. Amazing.
So what's up, Crow? What's going on? What's happening?
Man, you guys haven't
Tell me your
been
secrets.
available for Magic too much recently, so I've been playing with my cousin who I've recently been teaching how to play, and he has continued to fall thoroughly into it. Like, he actually just went over to Villainous Lair, and we walked over there thinking we're just going to buy a couple of packs. He walked out of there buying the $100 fucking dual deck anthology,
That's badass. though.
which is
Motherfucker.
fucking
He doesn't even know what he has.
Yeah.
No, he's stoked. He's like, limited edition. Oh, they only have 12 in stock, and you're already down to 2 left. Yeah, go ahead and buy it. And we played Liliana versus Garuk. We haven't played anything else so far, but
What Liliana is it?
it's Vess.
Well, is it just Vest?
Not the Veil.
I know it's not Veil, of course.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm sure.
another
Oh,
one
dude,
in that
fucking
set
crazy.
has of the Veil.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $99, they're giving like
$99.
Veil and like Remand and all kinds of fucking awesome
Yeah,
shit.
it's Value Town USA.
Vintage?
What?
Was it the vintage?
I
You said Value Town.
Value. Oh, I think it's something. What you talking about? Vintage?
Yeah.
Money?
talking about Wasteland, right?
Yeah.
I got one of those.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
So it's just, we cracked that, and we haven't only played the one game so far, because we cracked it, and I had to get going home. The wife was on my ass about getting home, but I was like, babe, I gotta open this to my cousin, because this is fucking
Anthology.
sweet.
You don't like,
I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit? Get your fucking ass home.
The baby is sick, and I need help. Get here now. Okay.
Gentle Jackson.
It's the first floor.
The baby's gonna be there.
Oh, I thought about saying that. That wouldn't have gone well.
You've been like, hey, Knife, can I spend the night?
So, and that was really cool to crack, and so I've been playing a lot more with him, because you fucks haven't been as available recently, which is, life is life. But that's why I'm trying to spread the disease, to find more people to play with, and he is just as much as I've spent $1,000 by now, I'm sure. He's already like
quick.
500, 600 in, and he's, same thing, about a month in. It's like, it's awesome.
I really do not want to calculate
don't
all
wanna
the
know
buys
what
off of TCG Player. I don't want to add that
This
up.
is like show all purchases. I'm
Yeah.
like, I never want to touch that one.
I don't want to see
That's
that.
like the red button. Like,
Yeah.
don't press the red button.
If you
And
see
don't
it's
let
real,
your girl see that.
Oh
Oh,
my
my god.
That would.
Yeah. As long as you don't know, it's not real. Never happened.
So I've been playing with him, and then other than that, I've been full on. Like, I was on a big Shadows of Mordor kick, but now at the moment I haven't played that in like 2 weeks. I've been playing Destiny nonstop.
Have you got the expansion pack? Came out today?
God, I bought the season pass fucking months ago, buddy.
So you played it?
I actually woke up at 3:30 this morning so I could get a match in before work.
Was it live?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I
I thought it was
played the
coming out,
first.
like,
I
later
played the
in the
first
day.
mission. No, it was up to like
That's
midnight
good,
as far as I
that's
know. But download that, which is honestly, it's fucking sweet so far. I only played one mission so far, but it's hard as fuck. Like the first one, you have to fight the right hand of Crota, and this dude there's a new effect. You know how like the witches or the witches or wizards? The wizards.
The Wizards.
Yeah,
they'll
they'll
fly
put like
above
a
you.
shroud
a
effect
bubble
in a
shroud,
certain
yeah.
area, like a black shroud where you go into and you can barely jump and you're like struggling
Right.
to breathe kind of
Yeah,
thing.
perfect.
Well, this thing, like now, the knights, the tougher versions of the Hive, they'll be there and have the sword and whatnot. Now it's like a aura energy ball that you have to like walk up on, and all of a sudden out pops this fucking badass knight coming at your face. And so this guy, right-handed Crota, you walk in and you walk up to this fucking energy orb. He pops out and instantly swinging at your face with the sword. Well, as soon as he pops out, there's a new effect where it's like the wizard, where that has like a particular area. If you go into it, this thing doesn't matter where the fuck you are. Your screen is blackened. You can barely kind of see, and you can only like jump once, and you're moving slower.
It sucks.
So out pops this guy, and he's swinging at you this fucking sword. He's got tough health. He's level 24 off the bat. You have to be level 20 to even start the new expansion missions, which by this point you should be.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah, exactly. But in generalities, you have to be there. If you just buy it right now, you couldn't play it yet. So he's fucking tough on his own. So you're trying to jump away from him because he's coming fast at you, swinging his fucking big sword. And you're trying to jump away and shoot at him. You don't want to be able to take his life away, and then out pumps the fucking thralls. And so you got these little the dudes running at you, swiping at your face. And then you got the other guy. All of a sudden, the other hive members are behind him, shooting at you. And the whole time you're just trying to like scabble away and fucking barely being able to move from him, just like aimlessly firing at him, and hard to see, and so it's tough.
Did you beat it though?
No, I did the first time. I think the second time I realized, okay, I can't just like try to shoot him and move, because now there's all the other members that come in about 30 seconds or so after he shows up.
Right.
And I'm like, holy crap, I wasn't expecting them. Now I have to deal with making sure I find some cover while shooting him while he's trying to track me down. So I beat it the second time I played it right then, but it was cool. There's new things to it. Obviously it has the new chick who gives missions and bounties, and she has different equipment you can buy from her. You get to get reputation up still and all that kind of stuff for her. But the half hour I played of it this morning before work at 3:30 in the morning.
That's so funny though. I love
was
it.
worth it.
Truly dedicated Destiny player.
So I've been playing Destiny a shitload recently. I haven't had any luck in getting legendary equipment or guns, and me like grinding it out right now. I now have a legendary helmet, legendary gauntlets, legendary scout rifle, and sniper rifle, and enough strange coins. And unfortunately, this weekend I missed the fucking dude who comes where you can buy exotic armor from.
Right.
So I missed it. So otherwise, I would hopefully have another like exotic chest piece, and I have enough strange coins for it. So I've been playing a shitload of Destiny and getting way back into that. So
Nice.
It's good. It feels good. I gotta get I still have not bought the expansion. I should have already done it.
Yeah, just buy the season
How much
pass.
is the season pass? Like $40.
It's 30 bucks. Which isn't
that's
bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
I think
gives you two
when I
expansions.
bought it, I thought for 25.
I thought it was 35. So either way,
Well,
we
I mean,
got four
it's-
different numbers going
it's
here.
30
I
now.
bought it like 2 months ago, so I don't exactly remember.
Yeah. At least you're not
It was
like
probably
me.
cheaper before, man.
Bought the fucking, was it the Battlefield 4 was the newest one? They had like a season pass. It was like the game was $60 and the season pass was $60. So I bought the season pass.
my God.
Never played any of it.
Wow.
Horrible.
That's a lot. I don't
Holy
like
crap.
that game. Like in theory, it sounds
Well, I
fun.
played it and I was
tanks
like, this
and
game
jets.
is awful.
Yeah, I
Well,
just
the
don't like it.
servers were shit when
Well,
it first came out.
Battlefield, the previous one was good. And I was like, oh, this one's just going to be just that, but better. And I was like, nah, it's not
I thought
that.
3 was
and
pretty
it's
good.
not better.
When I actually own the game, so it's given me as a present, I've never even opened it. It's still in the plastic.
Yeah.
Because I've watched other people play, and I played a little bit. And in theory, playing with tanks and jets and helicopters and all that stuff sounds great. It sounds like a new style, and it's cool. But when you die, you have to run from fucking 2 miles away.
You do.
It takes you a minute and a fucking half to get back in the action, and then you walk in some room, and somebody snipes your head off, and then you're back to another minute and a half trying to get back in the battle.
The best thing of that game is made for a certain kind of player, and that's
Oh,
a
yes.
team player.
Oh, very certain.
Yeah,
I don't, I'm
it's
not
all
a team
about
player.
If you get together and you have like 4 of your friends, and like just say like Destiny raid style, where like you need to have 6, you'd have to have 5 other friends to
It's
do
like
a
that
raid.
all the time.
That's what I'm
You
bummed
can't
about.
have. Hey, we're doing a fucking podcast over here.
Bush League!
So that's what the game's all about. If you play by yourself and you're not on the mic and you're not like communicating with anybody or any of that stuff, then the game is honestly gonna suck. It's just gonna feel that way every time. But if you can coordinate it and have like 2 guys on the ground, and then you have like a guy in the fucking jet and a guy in the tank and a guy with a tank, or 2 guys in the
They don't want
tank,
to give you a reach around.
then it's like, yeah, exactly. Then it's like the best game ever.
Yeah.
Then you're actually like fighting a war.
It's like DayZ. It's like, you can't really just go at it yourself. I mean,
can't
you
go at it-
can,
yeah, you're right.
but it's not going to be as fun or profitable.
Absolutely.
That's the one thing I'm bummed about Destiny. I'm not even mad at the game. I get why it's like that. It's just
Even Battlefield?
like No, I'm talking about Destiny now with the raid.
Because you have to.
I
there's
don't have
no
enough
matchmaking.
friends who are on Xbox One. I have several people who play it that are on there, but for me, I have a 2.5-year-old son. And so for me to play, I don't really play with other people very much.
His hands are not big enough for the controller.
Not yet.
Not yet.
My point being is I play. I'm not trying to mic and talk to people because if I had to like go hide in a corner during a fucking mission because I have to go help my son with something or help my wife with something, like I have to go hide in a corner. I don't get to play with other people like in a party very often. And when I do, like me and Knife played one time. And then that's because my son was taking a nap, and then he woke up a half hour later. I'm like, sorry, buddy, I can't do this. I have to be able to fucking pause or hide when I need to. I can't really. So I'm bummed because there's so much cool fucking armor and guns, and all kinds of fun shit for raids, and all kinds of things to play in the raid that I haven't even got to experience at all because you can't do it with one person. There's no fucking chance.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck. I want to do some raids so fucking bad.
It's one of those things where you just need to like dedicate an hour. Like whenever I join like a strike or something, I'm like, babe, don't like interrupt me. Don't like show me cute pictures of kittens.
Yeah, the team needs me.
Yeah, just
These internet people count on me right now.
The universe is in peril, and I'm the only one who can help. Okay, so just I love you.
That's the part I'm getting.
I love you,
Strikes,
though.
There's matchmaking
Love
for
you.
strikes. Which is
For
that's
everything
perfect.
except for raids.
Except for raid. Like I just wish there was
Well, that's-
matchmaking for raid.
Well, that's the whole point. Is it can't be like everybody can do it. It's kind of like the whole exotic armor conversation
I
we
get it,
had.
but man, it just takes away that whole section of the game for me because I just don't have the true opportunity to do it, and I really want to.
So I've been playing Destiny also. That's like what I've been doing this past 2 weeks or whatever. And it has been fine as wine. But the exotic bounty that I mentioned before about with the gun, you have to get 500 points in matchmaking in a certain way. And what it is every kill you get with a void damage weapon, gives you 5 points, and every time you die, -2. And I don't have anything good with void damage or anything. I have like a level 20 rare sniper, but I don't know how to fucking use a sniper in that game at all. So, and you can only use it like on certain maps anyways, I feel like, so I'm doing that. So I was trying, I was using like this
Sniper Hawks
level,
just
I was using this level 16 uncommon fusion rifle, which did like nothing at all. Oh my god, it's just garbage. But I ended up getting up to like 170 points out of it, and then I ended up just hitting a brick wall and then just keep going down and down, and my kill death would be like 0.3. And I kept going down and down, and then I just like, all right, fuck it, I'm not enjoying the game. I just need to play the game, so I went back to like my regular rifle. So I'm just back to down to 0. Totally sucks. So one night I got on, and the first match I was kicking fucking ass, and I was super excited, and the match ends, and I was like a kill death of like, I don't know, like 1.4 or something like that. I had like 18 kills or something like that. That's because I was using my non-void weapon. Yeah, I was using my level 20 legendary weapon instead of the 16 piece of garbage. I was like, oh my god, I don't even want to play this anymore.
See, I just started that exotic bounty. Well, I'm at that point, same thing with you, where the 500 points kills wise. But for me, I have a level 20 rare void fusion rifle. And my legendary sniper rifle is also
exactly. So that's what I need, and then I can actually beat it. But for right now, I'm just grinding the shit out of the Crucible, which is the online multiplayer, to get enough to get to Crucible rank 3, which I'm like almost there. I'm like 3 hours away.
So
basically.
you can buy a good fusion.
So I can buy a legendary fusion rifle with void damage, even though I already have a legendary fusion rifle with solar damage. Just to beat this fucking thing. It's just a pain in the ass to have, like, I have to buy, like, 2 of the same weapon to get, like, one other weapon, and it's taken me, like, 15 fucking hours, and I'm still at 0, and it's a fucking pain in the dick. I get that, like, they don't want everyone having this weapon, but my god.
Man, you guys would not like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, you guys would be like, F this game in its stupid face.
Like, just because, like, the things you guys
Every little thing's like, I gotta spend, like, 80 hours, and I got this little,
it's like there's
amulet.
so much farming, and just to get, like, the next best thing takes forever. I remember...
Coordination, too.
Yeah, and coordination, but, like, the things you guys are complaining about, like, pale in comparison to the stuff you have to do in World of Warcraft, or at least used to do, because now, like,
you just buy level 90 or whatever, just
Well,
I think they give it to you now.
You have to buy it now? You can buy the game.
I think you buy one.
You can instantly
Well,
boost
you get
level.
level 90, but you still get all the good stuff, right?
I don't even know.
haven't
Like,
touched
you
it
had to like
since
actually
first
run across maps and take like fucking zeppelins to get to fucking instances or strikes, just to be able to get the good fucking things. Now it's just like, looking for group, okay, and automatically matched up, and it'll automatically transfer you to the instance.
I remember in my day,
Yeah.
I had to stand in Iron
Yeah.
Forge and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a mage."
/ looking for group, tank, one more, fucking whatever.
For me, my basis of I've played video games before Pokemon, but for me, my like heart and soul of video game beginnings is Pokemon. So I am used to the long game of leveling up characters and this and that. So that part doesn't bother me.
That's true.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me either.
Like, I'm all about RPG stuff, and so sitting there like leveling up my Charizard, like, fucking let's keep going. I'm gonna walk through this goddamn grass for the next 8 hours and leave me alone. Like, that's fine. I just don't like the whole, like, I have to find other people to
Yeah.
play a raid. Like, I want to matchmake into it, and that's one, because I don't have. We're on Xbox One. Not enough people I know are on the next gen yet, and
He wants an MSO instead of MMO. Nobody. Massive multiplayer online, massive single player online.
Yeah, that was a
I thought it was funny.
That was like his empty the pits comment like a couple of episodes back.
Yeah.
Just horrible.
I'll take a segue any way I can. Speaking of segues, didn't you have something else to talk about?
Well, I didn't have a chance today because of traffic and not having time to get to the cast. I had plans to bring over the Christmas gifts I plan to give the three of you fuckers.
Christmas gifts.
I like Christmas. I like Christmas a lot.
So the only one I don't have completely picked out yet is hot sauce over here. But I know I am
Is it
getting
saucy?
Ryke a
very
Wooded
saucy.
Foothills.
Oh shit!
Nice.
And I'm also giving Knife over here a foil Crackling Doom.
Nice.
Jace, hot sauce, I'm not sure yet. Maybe a turd?
A piece of coal is totally fine, dude.
No. One of my baggage turds.
Ziploc.
You lit on fire, my boy.
Ziploc compression.
I could go full on and get you, the Funko Pop Jace character.
I want a Jason Mind Sculptor. That's it. I will settle for
That
nothing
one?
less.
Yeah.
Foil Jason
We'll
Mind
settle
Sculptor.
for nothing
Yes,
less.
right.
Just buy me a box of World Weight.
Yeah, I was looking for a fucking Alpha Black Lotus.
And
Yeah, near mint.
Yeah, if it's 9.9, you're an asshole.
You ready to give me blowjobs for the next 5 years every time I'm
God,
on?
dude.
Okay, that's a deal. That's worth 30 grand to me.
steal.
If that's worth 30 grand, if you whip your
5
dick,
years of blowjobs, yeah, I'm
if you
down.
whip out your dick, I just have to blow on it then I'll do it, dude. It's done
To
deal.
completion, swallowing preferred, sometimes shooting you in the eye, Then okay.
What if I spit it out, but I do it in one of those brass fucking things from the 1800s?
spittoons?
Yeah. And then it makes the sound of
You pop out some too. Nice.
and it goes pating. Then I don't have to
Picture that
swallow.
nasty ear thing from Men in Black 3 or whatever the fuck it is. No. That Western movie.
Wild Wild West?
Yeah,
Wild
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 West.
West.
Same piece of shit.
Wild Wild West.
Same Wesley Snipes.
Wesley was pretty good in that one.
A lot of movies. By the
Wesley
way.
Snipes, Morgan Freeman, they're all the same.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right on.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Wesley Snipes.
dude, he is one of the
man.
blackest black people ever. I gotta say, that's that's dark.
That got awkward.
Speaking of dark, so I'm gonna edit that out.
No. Just because you're the editor, fuck that. It's got to stay in.
So speaking of Christmas, I actually got the cast a gift. There was a Cyber Monday deal on CoolStuffInc.com, and they were selling
A new recorder.
a
Go on.
They were selling certain boxes for pretty cheap. So I bought us a box of Conspiracy.
Oh, no shit.
yeah.
Oh, I like
All right.
that.
actually. Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
I was just talking before we started the cast about how I want to buy a box of Conspiracy, like the 4 chip in, because I want to play it.
We all
Sounds
forgot
fun.
about it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
it's so
Well,
good, though.
hearing you guys talking from before I was on the cast, I was
But
like,
the rapper-
that sounds fun.
The text is sideways. You have to buy it. It's perfect.
And so that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Like,
when you brought it up, I was like,
there was like a Cyber Monday deal where it was like $75. Like, oh man, that'd have been cool. And now it's fucking sweet. I'm so stoked.
so the 4 of us will be able to draft it 3 times
Perfect.
for all of us. So
That's gonna be fun.
So I
let's make
was
a
like,
fucking video of it.
yeah,
You know, maybe not the whole drafting itself, but the games at least.
yeah. I liked us.
I'll need to buy
Drafting
more.
it before.
I think I'll need to buy more GoPros.
Yeah,
One behind each shoulder.
Over the shoulder.
Yeah.
At least 4 more.
So yeah,
Well, you said you were down to sponsor us.
I'm down to sponsor. Whatever you guys need. I will give you a check. Write any number on it. You can cash it.
so other than that,
That's fucking awesome, Knife. I love it.
what have I been
That
up
makes
to?
my fucking gift look like a piece of shit. Whatever.
No,
You're gonna like
Hey,
it.
at least you're
You're
giving
gonna
gifts.
like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I just came for the gifts, honestly.
If you give me the mind sculptor, you can top him.
Oh, shit.
So me,
No, I like our alpha fucking Lotus for 5 years of blowjobs deal. I'm down for that. 30K, 5 years of blowjobs. That sounds like a good deal to me.
beta for 3 years.
Days of 3 years.
So me and my girlfriend have this really bad habit of when we're like buying each other gifts for whatever special occasion it is.
Oh, way to ruin it.
Ay, Dios mío.
I hope she's not getting dogs.
Vaya con Dios.
So we have this really bad habit.
Utah, give me 2. Nobody, Point Break.
No, I've seen it, but I don't. Doesn't.
I am an FBI agent.
Keanu Reeves, I know Kung Fu.
Not today, Johnny. Not today.
Yeah.
Alright.
Maybe another time.
Pop quiz hot shot.
Vaya.
That's a speed reference, by the way.
All great movies from Wesley Snipes.
Okay, now I'm keeping all that in. So we have this bad habit of giving each other gifts early. Like once we get them in the mail or the store, we can't fucking like not give it to one another because we just want to like see the reaction. And so she's been trying to get me to like tell her what I got her. And I just keep like baiting her into it, because she's the one who can't stand it. And then eventually I tell her, and then she tells me. But so I keep saying like, man, you're just gonna love your present, blah blah blah. She said, well, tell me what it is. No, I can't do that. But you're really gonna love it. It's great. And so,
Wait, so really, you guys just tell each other to actually hand it over?
But do we
Like,
tell
that's a fucking tease.
no, okay. So we just say, okay, we're just gonna tell each other, and then we tell each other, and we're like, fuck it, let's just give one another a gift.
Yeah, okay.
So I got her a Nintendo 3DS with Donkey Kong Returns or whatever the game is.
Word.
Nice.
And then she got me, one of them is a present for both of us. She got us fishing licenses for this coming year because I'm teaching her how to fish, so that's pretty cool.
That's sweet.
And then also she got me some awesome gaming headphones. Astro something or others.
Astro
They
Gamer
were-
or something.
I don't know, something like that. They were like
Okay.
$300, and then like
Yeah.
Cyber Monday deal, they were like some percent off. And so, so yeah,
They're pretty
That's
good.
I have
pretty
Streaming
rad.
some more, huh?
Nice.
yeah, I haven't got them. They're in the mail. So once I get them, I'm gonna fucking hop on
Wow.
Xbox One and fucking go to Pound Town.
Are they like surround sound, like the same
Yeah,
shit
they're
and
like-
everything's in there?
Yeah, you
They're
hear.
nice. They're big. They're
That's-
over the year.
I have a pair of those
Fucking
turtle pieces
crazy.
on 360. I wonder if I can even work for the Xbox One.
Yeah, they will.
Will they?
Maybe.
I have to bust
Huh.
those out.
Are they sick?
Oh, they're good ones.
They sell
They have like the cheaper like $100 ones. I think they have like the $200 ones.
Yeah, they sell.
They're pretty nice.
I think the Astro Gamer, whatever it's called, they sell like an Xbox version, like where it has all the adapters. It comes like a little preamp or whatever for it too.
Mhm.
I think some of those like you need like preamp.
Yeah, mine's the wireless one, so it's like the $200 one, where the other ones, like the cheaper ones, like that, have to actually be plugged
Yeah.
straight into it.
Which, you know what, I'll do that, but I don't want that. But I'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's because at least I'm just sitting there.
When I actually used it, it's fucking really sick. I got it when I was playing a lot more Call of Duty, and also I typically don't listen to the video game's noise and sound and whatnot. I usually have the TV going. I have my game going. And I have my entertainment area that I have set up for myself is my flat screen for my video games, and I have like an older TV that I watch like movies or Netflix that has that going at the same time. I typically don't actually listen to video games noises and music very much. I'm doing it a little more nowadays. But when I got those headphones, I was playing a lot of Call of Duty, and I was already pretty good at it. And then I put those on, I was like, oh, now I'm full on into the game. I can actually hear the guy running from behind me.
Exactly. You can hear the footsteps.
Bam, bam. Like, it was sweet. All of a sudden, my kill death went from like a 1.3 to like a 1.7.
Right.
Like, I just was like, fuck yeah, this is sweet.
Oh man, I've never even worn them. I'm missing out. Never even tried it.
Never tried headphones when you play a game?
No, never.
It's fucking nice.
It really kind of just throws you into it that much more. Like, there's no other distractions. Like,
I would love to do it. You gotta let me borrow them so I can play the Evil Within.
Oh,
no, that'd be scary.
That would be because it's already like Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? I watched that demo for the new Silent Hill game. Did you guys ever see that?
I haven't seen that.
There's like a demo where you're just walking through the same hallway. The entire demo. It's like it could be like a 20-minute demo where all you do is you walk to the end of the hallway and you walk through the door and it brings you back to the beginning of the hallway. But the hallway, like, things always like change, and there's like a fucking a crying fetus in like the sink in the bathroom, and there's like all kinds of like creepy shit, and there's like a dead guy over here, and this kind of, and then you walk back in it, and then it's like all cleaned up again, and then you just keep doing it a million times, and you can like trigger different things happening by doing like the little puzzles in that hallway.
Is there kind of like a point to it? Like you're trying to figure out the exact like combination of moves to get out of the hallway, or you don't really know?
No, you're trying to just get through the story part. There's like a radio that's like telling like a story about how like this father like killed his wife and his children or whatever, or his child, and the wife was like, and then you find out later the wife was pregnant, so then like the fetus was like that baby or whatever, but you don't know that for the whole thing, and it's all like super creepy, and there's just like little puzzles to solve, and every time you like solve a puzzle and you walk through the door, the story progresses, and it just tells you like a little snippet. And you don't like know what's going on until like you just keep walking through some shit. But yeah, it's pretty fucking. Even that demo, I was like, that is freaky, dude. That is like a very scary demo.
Did you play the demo yourself?
No, I watched someone play it. But the thing is, I watched the dude play it, and he didn't have like commentary. He just like I just watched him play it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them.
Almost as if you were playing it just without making a choice.
Exactly. So me and Kelly actually got Kelly to watch the fucking thing. It's like 27 minutes long of him just walking around, and we're both of us were just like. It's like watching Paranormal Activity, where you're just nervous the whole time.
Yeah.
Where when they go to sleep and it just gets silent, you're like, okay, when?
Yeah, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Is nothing gonna happen? Is everything gonna happen? I have no idea. Like you're just nervous the whole time. That's how it feels like. And so Evil Within is not quite that. It's like that in certain instances, but there's not a lot of cheap scares. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of cheap scares.
Did it feel like watching that video like there was? I was gonna say. Like, was it just grotesque to be grotesque, or
no? It wasn't that grotesque.
So it's kind of like you're talking about like later on. You find the storyline afterwards. Like it kind of had a point to it. It wasn't just about being like gross or whatever. There actually was a point to things and whatnot.
Oh yeah, it's just a demo, but yeah, it's like wraps up like one little tiny.
Yeah, I know you can only say so much. You only watch that.
Yeah, and then it the whole time you find this out, you're fucking. And I'm not even joking. You are Norman Reedus from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
He is.
Let's go with Norman Reedus from Boondock Saints.
From Boondock Saints.
That's a lot.
Well, no, but it looks like the guy from Walking Dead. Like, he has the same hair.
Yeah.
He has the same hair as that. He doesn't look quite the other one. So, and when you see it and like it pans out from like who you are the whole time, and I'm like, oh my god, they actually have like I'm not actually for this even. Like I like Norman Reedus, but like I don't want him to be in Silent Hill for some reason. So like it's him. It looks exactly like him, and it's his voice. He doesn't talk in the whole demo, though, so you don't know it. But I was like, the fuck? What? Why did they do this? Why did they get him?
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, why not? I guess my opinion is the other way around. I'm like, I don't want him to be in the game. I want him to just do what he does.
But you're kind of weird things like that. Like, you love magic, but you didn't give a shit about any kind of background story that goes with it.
I just do not care.
Which is just, I just kind of think, like, for me, that adds a touch of flair to it. That makes it that much more, like, to know a little bit of background and stories of things sometimes just kind of intensifies the fun to it.
You are absolutely correct for most people, yes.
You're supposed to have at least 15 pieces of flair, right?
Well,
so-and-so has 21 pieces of flair.
So why don't you just make the minimum 21?
Yeah, exactly. So more than... you're just not getting it.
So, my girlfriend just called and she heard a noise and she was like scared, and so I just need to talk to you on the phone. So I had to go like hide in the other room, not interrupt the cast.
Tell her to go play Evil Within.
Yeah. You know what? It's a perfect time to enjoy that gift I got you.
It'll scare the other guy.
Yeah.
What's going on in there? Oh my god! Oh my god! Someone beat me to the chase. Someone's already killing her. Oh my god!
Yeah. But I was gonna mention one more thing. Me and Hot Sauce have.
I was not a part of whatever you're saying.
We have vapes.
What?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You're just.
You probably no. I'll say they probably hear it.
Yeah,
in the cast.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
audio. Yeah. Like, God, you guys be professional. No planes, no vape, please.
No planes, no vape.
No standard Nokia text ringtones.
Yeah.
Sprint or whatever the fuck it was.
Surprising.
So I've noticed that a lot of people who vape are like hardcore into it. Like it's like a hobby. It's like a lifestyle for them. So like my buddy just gave me this one. It's like $100-something.
And it's still better than hot sauce.
He just gave it
Don't
to me.
tell Sauce that.
This was like 6 months ago or something. I don't even remember. But ever since then, like people see it when I'm smoking it, and they want to like talk to me about like, hey, bro, what is that? Like, what build is that? I'm like, I don't know. It's like a K something with a. Something.
It's a vape. Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
Apparently, you're very approachable. Like, hey, buddy, how about them blacks? I don't like them either. What kind of vape you got, bro?
Yeah.
So it's
apparently just cute or something.
got that
yeah.
race.
Just
Either
I'm-
racist or just a bro vaping.
I'm
I
like
don't know.
a douchebag, like signal. The douchebag signal goes up, and they all like race to me. So, like today,
Did one of your Negro friends give you that?
so on my way here, I stopped to get some rock stars and some smokes.
Rock in there?
Stopped to get some rock stars and smokes, and the guy who was working at the gas station was like outside smoking a cigarette. So I was like puffing on it, and then when I walked in, I put it away, and he's like, "Hey, you know what kind of vape is that?" I'm like, "I don't know, K100 fucking something." He's like, "Oh yeah, K100. That looks like a Trident tip. Yeah. I got a fucking." And I told him, I was like, "I don't really know what it is because my buddy just gave it to me, and I'm still kind of like new." Like,
That's not even honest. You should be like, I just don't give a shit.
yeah.
Play it off.
I don't give a fuck.
It works really nice.
Try to
It's
be
a lot
nice
of
about
fun.
it.
Yeah. The smoke
that's about
comes
it.
out and it goes in my body and it goes out. But I was like, yeah, I just started making my own coils. And he's like, oh yeah, well I just got fucking XYZ and I'm triple wrapping with the 22 gauge fucking cross X multiplier, blah blah blah. And I was just like, give me my fucking change, you know? Like I don't want to be a part of this conversation.
I think
You work at a gas station. You don't make enough money to be doing this.
this is like something that I think that all vape owners feel that are not part of the so-called club or whatever.
that's like the subculture that it's become.
I get it like probably twice a week.
Yeah.
Even like I pulled up to Starbucks drive-thru and the chick through the drive-thru was actually having a wiener schnitzel and at Starbucks. Or the both
Hold on, what are you doing at Wiener Schnitzel?
Yeah, right. both are at both are women and both were just like, oh my god, which one is that? Oh, it's really cool or whatever. They want to talk to me all about it.
You're totally in. You could have got your D sucked.
No, this Santee.
Wiener Schnitzel.
Dude, yeah, Santee, cashier.
Yeah, East County.
That's what I'm talking about.
East County
How
women
old are
are. And we know they're loose. But they're down, but I'm not too much into that.
But it's like the same. It just popped in my head that it's like when I wear my fucking punk jacket that has the patches all over it and shit. Fucking these sleazy fucking gutter punks will walk up and like, oh man, you like fucking stiff little fingers? Like, oh, have you heard of this band that fucking no one else has heard of? Oh, right on. Well, you know, I like their style, but have you heard of this band? I'm like, I don't want to fucking have a conversation with you about, just fucking take the jacket. Like, I don't care. Just get away from me. Oh, hey, can I bum a cigarette? Fuck, just leave me alone.
It's not as bad as
Gutter and
that.
crust punks are the fucking worst.
They're the fucking...
They don't have. There's no fucking real meaning behind. There's no thought process. They don't actually have a stance on anything in the world. They don't have a.
They just wanna-
fucking attitude. Like anarchy to me is not about destruction. Anarchy to me is anarchy of the mind. Everybody's a fucking maggot of the masses. Just make your own damn choices. gutter punks, crust punks are just pieces of shit who want to bum booze,
Yep.
be dirty, and don't fucking shower and get fucking free smokes. Like,
And
they
wanna
don't- but
fucking-
it's
My life is
anything.
way easy because I'm punk, dude.
And fucking
God,
just
man.
they want to talk to you, and it's like not even like I'm like, oh hey, nice shirt. It's like I was sitting having, this was like maybe a couple years ago. I was sitting having coffee with fucking Peppermint Swirl, and this fucking, we're just minding our own business outside of Starbucks, smoking cigarettes, and this guy comes up and just like, hey man, oh yeah, you fucking, oh I like that patch, you know, well I saw them back in fucking '92. I was just like, dude, like, what? Cool, we have similar interests. We're both wearing fucking shoes. That doesn't mean you have to fucking talk to me.
Oh, you got eyebrows too, bro?
I like the way they're like
Wait, let me shave
above
mine
the
off.
eye. Yeah. So it's just like another fucking thing to where like you only get the douchebags. It's not like there's some like hot chick with like a pierced nose.
Or
It's
is
like
there?
fucking little tight ripped jeans, and you're like, oh hey, I like your back patch. Oh, Gorilla Biscuits. Like yeah, come on.
Right.
No, it's the
Well,
fucking
that's real rare to
schizoids.
find. The ones that, you know, the cute girls who have that kind of style and not are typically just posing out and fucking don't actually know.
That's
a damn
fine
thing
if they
about
want to come
I
up
know,
and
I
talk
know.
to me.
Well, it doesn't matter. Sometimes they're just fucking smoking, but most of the time it's rare to find someone who actually has a thought of their own about situations like, you know, those kind of
Yeah.
things or that kind of thought process.
And there's been times where people aren't obnoxious about it, you know, and they're like, oh, you vape? Oh, right on. You know, I go over here to this shop, and I'm like, okay, how is it over there? All right, cool.
That's a perfect conversation.
Yeah, that
actually,
is
yeah.
an acceptable conversation.
You're like learning something,
Yeah.
possibly, you know,
like-
exchanging information.
Yeah.
That isn't just like, oh, well, I like this band.
They have-
I don't know,
Yeah.
who cares?
Or like one time I was
care what you
at
like.
school, and this guy's like, oh man, I've never really seen anybody with a Grill Biscuits back patch. Like, right on. And that was it.
Or they can
He-
say like, oh, did you know they're playing next month?
Yeah,
Boom,
or-
learning
yeah.
something, you know.
I do know they're having another reunion tour. It's like, oh fuck, I didn't know. Thanks, you know. But that's like the extent of the conversation. There's like a social etiquette when it comes to shit like that. I'm walking by, you say something, I slow my pace, and then I say something back, and then that's it. I hate it when you're like still walking, trying to walk away, and they're like still talking to you, and you're like, no.
By the way,
I'm-
Knife's doing the finger
I'm
legs, by the
walking-
way.
yeah.
I'm doing the
Knife's
finger
doing the
legs.
You can't see this, but he,
Yeah, the walking finger legs.
Yeah.
You ever remember that Kids in the Hall skit where like his
were they
finger?
gay? I don't know.
Pinching your face.
No, it was the pinch my face guy, but it explains his finger, and
Right.
so like he's like doing like physical therapy, and so he's like doing the finger walk, and there's like rails on each side, and he's like lifting the weights, and then there's like inspirational music in the background, and then finally at the end he's like, pinch your face. It's just, I love Kids in the Hall.
That was
It's
a
funny.
that was a great fucking show. So I get very similar thing. It's not as bad as you guys for sure. Your guys' people are worse. I get
People's.
the thing I get is I wear a decent amount of Harley Davidson t-shirts, and so I get people wanting to talk about Harley Davidson with me.
Yeah.
They never own a Harley Davidson. They always just want to talk about it because it's like something cool.
Hey, I watched
It's always-
Sons of Anarchy. I like your shirt.
Whatever, basically.
That show once, man. I don't know what I'm talking
It's
about.
usually like just
Speaking
like
of which, it's fucking hilarious when you see people walking around town wearing a fucking SOA shirt and this and that, like, oh, I'm so badass, I watched Sons of Anarchy. Like, I like the show. It's obviously so beyond over the top. It's just kind of entertaining to watch, whatever. But there's those guys who just wear the beanies and wear the fucking shirts and just think they're tough now because of it. Those people are hilarious.
my
those motherfuckers get makeup on their face and shit and sit in the trailer for the whole time. They are not badasses. They are actors.
My brother got me.
no.
My brother got me one where the Reaper's holding like a 4-leaf clover for like the Ireland chapter.
Yeah.
And I hate, like, I'm like, oh, that's sweet, because we're Irish, so it's like, oh,
Yeah,
sweet. But I hate wearing
can't
it
wear
because
it,
I don't
though.
want to be that
Yeah.
fucking douchebag. And, like, you guys know if I were to wear it, you're like, oh, you know, you like the show. Oh, you're Irish? Oh, cool. But then, you know, if I'm just walking down the street, people are like, probably like, oh, that fucking douchebag.
Yeah, that's like a pajama at home.
Yeah,
Like,
pajamas.
like the design's great.
There's a few
I
of those
know-
kind of shirts. I know
I
what
know
you're
what
saying.
you're talking about the clover thing. Like I've looked at it before, like for myself. Like I'm Irish too, and like it looks fucking sweet. I love it. It looks fucking cool. I would never buy it or wear it in public because I don't want to be associated with those bros who think they're fucking hot shit and tough because they're wearing an SOA shirt. It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with
Oh,
people?
And
Okay.
I don't even like Sons of Anarchy anymore. Like 2 seasons ago, I was like done, but I feel like I had to like finish out the series because
Yeah.
I knew there was only a couple seasons left. So like, but there's one more season
It's
or
going
one
on-
more
it's going on
episode.
right now. Oh, the final season is like right now.
The finale to the whole show is happening right now, I think. Right?
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
I know it's a final season right now. I don't know if it's a finale yet.
Okay, well, there's 1 or 2 more episodes. Anyways,
It doesn't matter.
I got worked up on what I'm talking about. So hot sauce, go.
No,
right
I was just gonna say, I don't even know if I can. If I tell you guys, well, you know this at least, but if I tell you this, you don't. I can't even dig myself back out of it because you're gonna be like, yeah, you're a douchebag. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I have a thing where I bought affliction shirts, right?
Yeah.
I bought affliction shirts. Okay, I bought these for $5 at PacSun in like the discount aisle. They were not. They didn't have patches on it. They didn't have embroidery on it. They were like regular T-shirts.
This is like the Jersey Shore style shirts, right?
What's that?
Like the Jersey Shore style.
Yeah.
Like it's all
The new-
on
the new-
yeah.
right,
It's all
the new
like
ones
on the
I-
side up by the ribs.
Exactly,
Yeah,
like the
just
big old
like-
crosses
yeah,
and all like the
yeah.
fancy fucking feathers and shit. They'll know. So, like, I bought these 2 shirts, and I still have them. I love them. They're like, I've worn them. I got them when I was, I think, like 17, right? And I bought them, like I said, for $5 at PacSun because I was fucking poor, and not poor, just like, young
17.
making minimum wage.
Yeah.
So,
Spending all your money on alcohol.
yeah, exactly. So I had these 2 shirts and I wore them like all the time. I still have them, and they like I washed them for whatever 11 years now, and they still like look pretty much the same. So like they're awesome. And then 2 years goes by, and then like UFC starts happening. And so it's getting popular, and then all the shirts start coming out. And by this time, I actually already bought like 3 other Affliction shirts during that time. And that I could not. I have them just sitting. They're expensive shirts. They are super comfortable, super nice. I know they can last forever, and I am not allowed to wear them. I can't even wear them in the house because I live with people.
The dogs will be sitting there judging you. Look at this fucking douchebag.
So I wore one of the Affliction shirts, and it had like a back patch on it, basically, right? It said Affliction across the back shoulder, right, shoulder to shoulder. I was like 21 at a bar, and I already knew what I was wearing, so I was like, fuck. But like, I bought it, like I like this shirt a lot. These motherfuckers, I know everyone's going to be hating on me, but whatever. I'm just going to not get laid tonight. That's fine. We'll deal with it. Or maybe I'll get laid. Fuck, I have no idea. I have no idea how it works out. So I was like, all right, screw it. So I'm at the bar, and I'm ordering a drink. I'm waiting for the bartender to come by. And this gigantic black man is standing behind me, and he pushes his finger in my left shoulder and drags it hard as shit. Like when you get your finger and then you like hold all your other fingers against that finger to make it like the strongest finger ever. And he just digs his fucking finger across my back, and he talks to his girlfriend or some chick he's talking to. He's like, yeah, babe, all the guys that wear this shirt want to fight. Or I like to fight. And he just drags it across my back. So I have to turn around to just like prove his point, basically, because he just dug his fucking finger in my back.
Yeah,
So he's the one who wants to fight.
Oh yeah, biggest cocksucker ever. I turn around and I see him, and I'm like, oh my god, you are huge.
Yeah. Would you like to go in front of me, sir?
Yeah, no. I said something like minor, and then he was, I don't remember what I said. I was just like, hey man, you gotta leave me alone or something like that. And then he just was like, I don't know, whatever he said, yeah, whatever, bro, go back to whatever, some demeaning shit like that,
Yeah.
And I just turned back to the bar, and I had my buddy with me, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't do anything. Like, I just think, he just set me up. I can't fucking yell at him too much, and I mean, plus he was gonna murder me.
That's all I wanted to do.
It just, he made his point, like,
Kill
perfectly.
Whitey!
He made his point perfectly, like the biggest asshole ever, and there's really nothing I could fucking do about it. I guess I could, like, throw a fucking punch, but then it's like we're both getting fucking kicked out, and both our nights are ruined, and then we'll probably go outside, and then he'll just murder me, you know what I mean, and then rape me, and I'll have a half-black baby.
So I'm just glad when he said he pushed his finger into you, you quickly said shoulder and not
Yeah.
His finger inside.
And then it was really hard finger. He got all his other fingers.
And he fisted me!
He made room with the first one, loosened it up. Because you can't just...
Yeah.
He made a cone with his fingers and worked his way down the cone.
Like a driving
I
wedge.
really don't like that you actually made the hand movements right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then he made me talk like a puppet, like elbow deep in my asshole.
These guys like to fight.
I don't even know if I might edit this out. But
No.
speaking about fingers,
So Elena, she's got a big finger.
I mean, just,
Small girl, big finger, man.
That's how I like it.
so I don't know why guys are obsessed with like anal. Like it's not that great, but for me,
I can walk away from this conversation. I don't even.
I don't.
You haven't gotten it before, right?
Hot sauce
No,
does
I don't.
not
I
like
don't
butt
even,
stuff.
I don't even. Girls have offered. I don't even.
He hates butt stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
See,
There's probably some memories from way back.
Something there.
My uncle had a fucking van with the windows. I don't know. Like something's there that I just do not.
I am completely blocked out.
Okay, you just like, yeah, probably, it's there. It's there, but I'm just,
That's
keeping
probably
it.
why I don't like my
That's so
uncle. I just don't know.
So, I've done it a couple times with, like, ex-girlfriends, and, like, it's not that great, but it's more of, like...
How'd it feel in your
you
ass?
got... Boy, my ass hurt the next day. No, it's more of, like, I did it, like, you planted the flag, and you don't have to go back, it's like...
I disagree.
Well...
Like, I've only forgotten a few times, but I loved it. I'm
But
not
by
even joking.
golly,
I, after getting it, continued to try to get it as much as possible, and I still would like to.
I said,
It's-
well, this is
doesn't
just
happen.
swell.
That's fabulous.
It's even with like the proper lubrication, it's still like a dry, barren wasteland.
But it's
and
so
there's
tight.
like fucking, there's like skeletons and fucking
Gerbils.
It's not fucking.
Who knows what's up there anymore?
yeah.
Who's that? Is that fucking
Richard
George
Gere?
Clooney? Oh, Richard Gere. Yeah, Richard Gere.
So I wanted to try and get my current girlfriend to. She got a nice little butt on her, so I was like, I wanna put it in there. I wanna just
Merry
squeeze it on
Christmas
in.
to me.
Yeah.
Want to just grab your hair like a fucking horse and ride you to
Give you a peppermint swirl.
So I was doing I came up with this plan, the 6-month plan. The 6-month plan. So first, the first couple weeks or month, when I'm eating her out or whatever, just kind of play outside.
I got you.
Totally outside.
He just makes a 6-inch circle. With his
Yeah,
finger
I'm
around
not
her.
even close
And she's
to the
like,
butthole.
what are you doing? Like dragging your finger across my butt cheeks. You're like, just wait, and it turns into a 5-inch circle and a 4-inch circle.
You're thinking finger. I'm thinking he means he's going. He just said eating her out. So I'm thinking tongue darts.
Yeah. He's just
No. So fingers are getting
Real quick.
fingers, maybe just grazing the butthole.
Vaginal gooch.
So maybe just grazing, then a couple weeks go by, and you just maybe just get the pinky in there, just 1 knuckle deep, whatever, when she's in the heat.
Check her oil, bro.
Yeah,
That's it.
she's in the heat.
When it's in the heat of the moment, you can't like start with that.
Yeah,
You can't be like first move.
Yeah, but you didn't
pinky in the
finish it.
ass.
Yeah.
Said when she's, you forgot to say when she's in the heat of the moment. You say when she's in heat.
She's like unsnapping her bra, and you're like,
Like imagine like a movie. It's just like the showing the top, half of her, and she's like taking off her bra. And so she's like, "What the hell?" Hands down to me. I'm like,
There's a
"What?
finger in my ass.
yeah. How'd you get back there?
How'd you get back there so fast?" So then as it progresses, maybe 2 knuckles, 3 knuckles, pointer.
Is this a working plan or is this?
It's going somewhere. It's going. No. The plan is expired.
Okay, so then
and yeah, we abandoned ship.
You had the coupon. California law, they still
Use it
enforce
in
the
time.
coupon.
So, and then you start to get a finger in there, pointer finger, whatever, and then, so she's getting, used to it, it's not so bad. And then, so eventually, she's starting to like it a little bit, because you gotta mix it in with other stuff. You can't just go straight. You can't just finger
She's not even like paying attention to her.
Yeah, you can't just finger somebody's butthole and turn around and go to sleep, you know what I mean?
Or can you?
try?
Stop. Stop. I was thinking about it the whole time, and you need to. I'm not even listening to your story because that's all I'm thinking about.
Eventually it leads to like her like being
He's so uncomfortable.
eventually it leads to her. I promise we're going to talk about magic in a minute. So
I'm liking the anal talk.
it leads to her like wanting to try it out because she's never tried it, and I'm like, yes, seriously, like 6 months, 6 months of me just slow playing the fuck out of it.
dedication.
Like I got a fucking
Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, I gotta dissolve with open mana. I'm just slow playing the shit out of it, and so I'm like,
That was your best magic.
I had an MR. I like that. Some of the pits sucked. That was a good one. I liked it.
I don't know.
so
The control factor.
So, finally happens, you know, get it all, because, you know, you gotta warm it up a little bit. That's what reminded me of it. Warm it up a little bit, and then fucking, I get, like, the head in. It just, the ridge passes, and she's like, no! And I'm like, God damn it, all this work for nothing! For nothing. And so, but, I mean, at least she was down enough to try. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all that really matters.
I mean, with my wife...
I feel like I'm taking a shit. I feel like I'm taking a big, gory-sized shit.
Mine was, you know, it's been probably 3-4 years since I actually got to fully do it. There's been many times where, you know, drunken nights of getting...
Yeah, alcohol really helps.
Well, that's my point, is, we're trying to have a 6-month plan. I'm like, well, you're already partially doing it because you guys don't do booze anymore. So, it ain't going to happen for you.
Right.
But for me, like, my end was margarita night. If I fucking showed up with tequila and the margarita mixer and started getting drinks down her real quick with tequila, I got her to loosen on it.
You know, Ryke's sitting here going like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I just do this shit on the reg. Like, I don't even.
I don't know what the big deal is.
I just say like anal, and, you know, and she's like, yeah, I'm down. Sounds good. Can we put on Family Guy?
Why put the ball in again?
Now it's like every like 4 or 5 months, it's drunken night. It's like, you know, get the tip halfway in, halfway in of it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, never mind, and then it's like, oh, but now I really want it. Like, I didn't even ask you for it. You just moved it back there, and I got really excited, and now, oh.
So speaking of getting really excited,
Yeah.
Modern Masters 2015 is
Ultimate
coming
segue.
out.
That was
From anal
fantastic.
to Modern Masters. I should get a fucking trophy.
Girls.
So Modern Masters, basically it's Modern Masters 2. It says we're going back to planes of recent history.
I liked it.
Zendikar, Mirrodin, Ravnica, Lorwyn, Kamigawa, and Alara. All fucking great blocks. So yeah, it's basically Modern Masters 2. It says every box contains 24 booster packs. I don't know why it's 24. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Probably try to bring down cost.
Because it's so
They're trying to
good.
bring down cost, probably. That's what I was.
Maybe, I have no idea. So yeah, and then they released the GP dates for this coming year. Las Vegas, Nevada, Chiba, Japan, and Utrecht, Netherlands. They were all.
I've been there before.
Yeah, it's a lovely place.
Great cheese.
The format was
That coffee, though.
Oh yeah.
the format was to be announced. So everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be Modern Masters format." They're just slow playing it, and sure enough, it was Modern Masters. They had Modern Masters in Vegas last year, or whenever it came out. So they're doing it again this year. And Heavy Meta and the A-Team and Brimstone Brewery, they are all going to this event, and they're trying to get all the SVU
You
out
said
there.
end of March?
It's end of May.
End of May.
Yeah. So, I want to propose to you guys that we try and make it the fuck out there, because it's not that far. We've never really done like a big tournament together, per se. I mean, me and Quickness went to a PTQ and got our ass handed to us. But what do you guys think?
I want to hear their answers.
Well, in theory, I'd love to go. The problem with me is it's the 28th through the 30th, I believe.
Something like that.
And my son's birthday is the 30th.
Ah.
Real hard for me to convince the wife to allow me to go to Vegas.
Yeah, that's probably...
You better start teaching them some fucking magic.
Believe me, I hand him like commons all the time.
Yeah, that's gonna be
So
rough.
I mean, I'd love to. I haven't a May.
End of May.
29th, 30th, 31st, is that what you said?
Something like that.
It's just something in that weekend.
Yeah.
Go there Wednesday, come
So-
back Tuesday, whatever.
So what's up, Ryke?
Probably not. I'd have to talk to the boss first.
It's so far in advance. I thought like, yeah. If we plan it out this far,
I really want to. Like, I would love to go to Vegas and just play Magic. Like, that sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
kitties and booze and magic.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds
awesome.
great.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish it was any other weekend besides my son's birthday.
Are we gonna fucking bust out some swingers type of shit here, Hot Sauce?
So you want me to go to Vegas to go play Magic? Is that what you're saying? For a weekend? And like tournament stuff?
Maybe, or we could just hang out and fucking.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah!
Fuck yeah, I am going to that shit.
Full on suits.
Absolutely.
I like it. All right.
No, I don't see how I won't go to that.
I'm requesting time off right now.
I don't need to request time off, but consider it done. No, I don't. It's not Vegas is not expensive enough because I don't, or that expensive for me because I don't like gamble that much. I gamble like $80.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's like my limit for a weekend, basically. Because I'm just not. I don't know, I'm not that good at it. So I don't do that shit, and then we can get, like, we don't have to stay at the fucking Vidara. We can stay, wherever.
We're staying at the Motel 6. Okay?
Dude, I stayed at
the link.
I stayed at a Super 8 motel with Brent.
Yeah.
With, not Brent, though, because we don't know Brent. But
Yeah,
Ryke.
Brent. Ryke.
Ryke.
Yeah, we stayed in the
We stayed at
nicest place
We
ever.
stayed at 3 hotels. We stayed at 2 hotels before
Year's, right? Yeah.
before New Year's. New Year's Day, everything was, as you can imagine, really expensive. So we had to switch to a Super 8 motel, which was still $200
Oh my god.
on New Year's night. And the walls were as thin as you can imagine. Like the beds were like nothing but springs and fucking cloth. Like garbage.
Springs
dude.
and hooker spit.
I got a way worse one for you.
I'm just saying, it was like the price of that weekend was
Well, that's insane how much
crazy.
It was
Don't
not
ever.
Jesus, I think.
We got in your
Don't ever stay at Americana 5 Inn.
I've never
Yeah, I never
heard
heard of
that.
it. Can't stand it.
It's surprisingly like not that far off the strip. It's like just across the freeway bridge. But oh my god, like it's one of those ones where like professional shitbags in Vegas stay at instead of having like paying for like an actual apartment. Like we went there because it was I think I got the room for $40 a night in Vegas, and
Right.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, we're gonna save money by going here. We walked in there, and for whatever reason, we walked in the room, and the first thing that struck me was they had 2, like, mini fridges. One, like, you know, sitting there in the corner, and the other one stacked on top of it. Neither of which were plugged in.
Oh my god, that's actually terrible.
That's beautiful. That's
Well, they gotta save electricity. I mean,
Yeah.
Come on.
So, and then I'm like, okay, well, that's strange. I open the doors, like, nothing's in there, like, whatever. I plug them in just in case I eventually want to use it. I plug them both just because mine are 2, and whatever.
What the fuck
I
did that
turn
plug in?
over here, and there's a fucking trash can by the side of the bed. A little small one. Well, it's like
Throw it up.
overflowing, and there's like 2, like, UPS boxes or something. I kind of kick it and look at it, and there's like 2, like, used needles in the fucking box. I'm like,
Free needles.
oh my god.
Babe, we don't have to get needles at CVS.
Horrible.
Wow. That's
Nice.
I've never had an experience like that.
So I-
I've never seen free needles before.
So
where's this place at again?
Yeah. My dad, it was my dad, me, and a couple of buddies. One of my buddies is handicapped, like to the point where like he like walks with like the 2 like hand crutches and his legs. You know, he came out like getting out wrong, so his legs are
For
fucked
some
up.
reason,
smiling.
I thought of the Jim Jeffries bit about. Have you guys seen his stand up? Anyways, it's totally.
He's basically like Jimmy, other than he doesn't have a stutter or nothing.
Right,
You know,
go
from
ahead.
South Park. So he walks with the crutches and all that jazz. So anyway, so throughout the night at Vegas, you know, of course he gets shit faced. We all got shit faced and whatnot, but he gets so fucked up that like he can't. And he only has like a wheelchair with him that we got from like the hotel, which I, you know, side note later on, like stole and took home because why not? We just said it was in our different room.
Allegedly. Go on.
Allegedly.
So he gets so shit faced that he can't reel himself to the fucking like bathroom in time and get himself up. So he pisses all over his fucking pants. And now I got a handicap and I'm rolling around that's pissed all over himself.
I mean,
You know?
handicap or not, we've all been there.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So from there, though, we finally after that, like we said, well, we're not going to leave now just because he pissed himself. So we hung out at the casino for another like hour and a half. We go back to the room, and with my dad, like these beds were so incredibly like stiff and hard, like they were horrible beds. You know what do you expect from $40 a night in a crack den? We get into the room. And I don't want to get his piss on me when I'm trying. I have to lift him up at this point. He's too fucking drunk to get himself into bed.
Right.
So I'm gonna like lift him up and put him in a bed. Well, I don't want to get him close enough to me that I get piss on me. So I stand him up, and I kind of like instead of like shimmying him onto the bed, like and then like pulling him up, I drunkenly grab him and toss him onto the bed. He proceeds to hit the bed, slam his head against the backboard of it. He goes, "Oh fuck, you fucked me up." My dad's like freaking out, like, "Oh my god, you killed him! You killed the cripple! What the fuck, you killed him!" Like, it was fucking hilarious. This stand every stuff like, "Dude, I can't believe you had to lie. I thought you killed him." We threw his head to the fucking board.
Nice.
Jesus.
Little story. Don't say it. You're not gonna find. They're not gonna find it. No matter what.
It's all their fault. I know.
Yeah.
It is all their fault. Those assholes.
So yeah, I wanna. The main reason I want to go there is
It
just
sounds
to
a lot of
fucking
fucking great fun.
rub
I have to
fucking
figure it out.
elbows with the rest of the podcast community because
Alright.
I don't know if they all.
We gotta
seem
drink
pretty
some
cool.
war milk.
Yeah, you
We gotta
drink
drink
the war milk.
We'll drink some
Kraken.
Some Kraken. They had a new drink that they came out with this last cast.
Raging Gumby, the Raging Gumby.
Not that one. The other one I was
it's
thinking
the,
of. It's the
No, it was Raging
The
Gumby.
No, they had-
chocolate milk and Kraken.
They had the it was cream.
Oh, the Raging Gumby was a pineapple thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like cream, some kind of cream liqueur.
Oh, it was that whiskey, like liqueur style.
Yeah, they had that, and then they had
With milk.
then Kraken, and then milk, and then
He suggested Frappuccino from
something else.
Starbucks.
And then black coffee.
Okay, so the two newest members of Heavy Meta, TSG and Raging Gumby. When Raging Gumby thinks something's really funny, he has the exact same laugh as that bit from Family Guy where they're talking about Stewie has a really annoying laugh when he thinks something's really funny. No, it's
not that one?
like I'm gonna splice it in right now so the listeners can hear it, but it is fucking spot on. Every time I hear it, I'm like, is that real? Are they just like putting that in there? So, but it's definitely
I
fun.
like those. I like
that,
shout out to
yeah.
them though. I like those hosts. Those are good guys.
Yeah.
They're like inappropriate, but then they bring it down to like a regular podcast style. I don't know. It's like they bring something to it. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's
If you
great.
guys
I
are
want
looking
to try their booze coop so bad.
If you guys are looking for
I've seen
other-
a couple of cards, it looks like so much fun.
Yeah, the booze.
I mean, I know you don't drink, but I mean,
Yeah.
for me, like it just sounds like a great fucking time.
I could, substitute energy drinks and I might die from,
Yeah, you're the one going to the
whatever-
hospital.
whatever
That's
that
funny.
does,
Cardiac arrest.
yeah, there you go.
Heart
The
stopping.
palpies, dude.
If you
Cocaine instead.
yeah, that's fine. If you guys are looking for a good podcast, check out Brainstorm Brewery, Heavy Meta, and the A-Team. And there's some other ones, but those are
Some other ones like If Lance Could Kill.
If Lance Could Kill, whatever. So, speaking of shit that's not related to the segue, the World Cup of Magic, World's Cup? The World
Cup of the world.
World Magic Cup.
World Magic Cup 2015 just happened, correct?
2014.
Yeah.
2014, 20, whatever.
What year are we at?
2020.
That's the fucked up thing about Magic is like
They go back and forth.
some things are like cars
have
and
a
some things are not
standard.
like cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's M15, but it's Commander 2014. Well, fuck me. So, Worlds just happened, and I didn't actually get to watch much of it at all. On one of my days off, I hopped on the Xbox One and watched it on Twitch, and then
That was opening day.
and then Crow over here messaged me like, "Hey, you got good taste." So I guess we were both watching it at the same time, and I ended up watching it for 20 minutes while I was making breakfast or fucking whatever. But I didn't catch too much of it. Did you guys see anything?
I spent 4 hours straight watching it, if not
Nice.
more. I think it was on all day long. I watched the entire get-go, other than the fact that it started at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I missed the actual draft or vintage.
Right.
But I had to see some of them play, and I had to watch them play their constructed ventures and whatnot. And it's a lot of fun. I don't know those formats too much. I'm starting to learn a little bit more of the cards and the staples, because there's not too many decks. I mean, there's different decks, but for the most part, there's nothing
There's some
changes too
very
much.
popular
expensive.
decks.
So-
very expensive.
But there's a lot of. It was really enjoyable to sit there and watch what was going on and all kinds of cool shit to it. So
I feel like I'm understanding Modern a lot more. I watch a lot now. I watch daily, basically. Mostly just whatever Frank Lepore puts out, and then just general Star City nonsense or whatever that I can find.
And then,
I like
it's just-
watching.
it makes more sense. It just feels like super standard or something like
And
that.
Yeah, Modern's a really good format.
they talk about it a lot on other podcasts, so I feel like that's how I'm learning about it.
yeah, that too.
They talk about other decks and what decks are popping up and
For
stuff like
for
that.
streamers, I really like SG Doc. That guy is really good with
that
streaming.
gentleman. Yeah.
He's got the good music going the whole time. He's personable with his fans and people talking. He actually takes suggestions on what play to take a little bit sometimes, and he'll do the draft all the time, and then he'll fucking play his he plays a Sidisi whip, I believe. Not Sidisi, no, an Avzan whip, I believe.
Nice.
And he's just it's entertaining. He's a fun one.
Every once in a while, I'll check out Kenji's stream. I forget the actual name of it on Twitch, but also
Numat the Nummy.
Numat the Nummy, and then Scotty Mac's stream, who's from the A-Team. I've checked it out
Watch
once or
him a little bit,
twice.
He played a Chromanticore deck last night that looked fun as shit. I want to find that deck list. He got up there fucking...
In what, standard?
Yeah, he was playing a 5-color...
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
5-color.
Hopefully.
4-color.
Yeah.
He just has them in his hand, and he's like, "Oh my god, where's my discard spell?"
Oh no, I'm missing a red.
Yeah, I forgot to make this
Yeah,
5
Carriage's going, Elvish Mystic's going. It was just fun because I watched him play like 3 games, and all 3 games he's able to bestow Chromanticore.
Nice.
Including one game he's bestowed him on Sagu Muller. I was like, yeah, that was fucking sick.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
Well, it was just, I was like,
my dream
man,
right
I
there.
want to find that list because that looks like fun as shit to play. Because I have Chromanticore, but I never thought like I could ever actually
I have like
use it.
5 fucking Chromanticores. That deck worked for a little bit though. It was.
Dude,
it was
I gotta
decent.
put that picture back up of like the 18-year-old version of you, or like it was like 16-year-old version of you.
Oh, I want to
With
make
the-
Chromanticore.
Yeah,
work or
I'll make
whatever.
Chromanticore. Oh, I'll show them one day. I'll make Chromanticore work or something like that.
Was he naked? Was it kind of a petty?
No, but
Oh, man.
I'm wondering how the fuck I even got that shit out. Like, how did I even get? I know I had Caryatids, but like, what the hell else did I do to get fixed mana?
you were using artifacts.
Yeah, it was the chromatic
Chromatic
lantern.
lantern.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah, that I missed that thing. That thing was sick.
That was a nice lantern.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the standard, because it was teams.
Wait, what's going on?
The invitational list for World Magic Cup. So World Magic Cup is comprised of 4 players from one country. And they're actually, a lot of them are professional players because they actually have to meet a certain standard to actually get even invited to this event.
It's a standard.
So yeah, so I mean, this is like kind of the brief overview. It's like you have to be a winner of each 3 of the 2014 Magic Cup qualifiers in that country. So say if you're in Singapore, you have to be a winner of each of those 3.
You know, top
that
8
run.
each one of those things.
You have to be the winner.
So
Wow.
they take each one.
So this is like, these aren't like the scrub. These are like cream of the crop of each country. Not only that, you have to be a top ranked player at the conclusion of that season. So the 2013 to 2014 season, since this was the 2014 World Cup, you have to either be tied with the greatest number of Pro Tour top 8 finishes during that season, or be tied with the greatest number of Grand Prix top 8 finishes during that season.
You're way better at
So I mean,
researching
you're
this
pretty
stuff.
much. This is like the All American League of like freaking.
Except for it's all world.
Yeah, it's all world league. So you are literally the cream of the crop if you are invited to one of these teams. So we have like teams from like all the way from Argentina, Canada, Chile, Belarus, Belgium, all the way down to like Mexico, Malaysia, as far as Norway, Poland,
Yemen.
Portugal, South Korea, Switzerland, Thailand,
There's 64 teams.
and
Yeah. So what
a
exactly?
partridge in a pear tree.
So exactly what was like?
It's the world.
What was day one? Like
day
what were the
one?
formats and how did it all break down to go to the top
Team
8?
draft first, I believe. They do team draft, right?
Team draft.
Team draft, and then they do team constructed. But the cool part of the constructed part is they have 4 of every single card that's in standard, but they can only use 4 total. Like not
And
one
combined
deck,
all 3
combined
decks.
all 3 decks that can because only 3 play 1 coaches. It's
Right.
a 4-player team, 3 play 1 coaches.
So you could have
and that sounds pretty
two
cool.
Sea
It does
Drinos in
sound
one
pretty
deck,
sick.
2 Sea Drinos in another deck, and then 0 in the last deck.
Yeah, but you really don't want to do
But
that.
yeah.
you choose
So,
your colors.
I
and
like
go
that
with it.
little stipulation to the format, being that you can't just like all come out there with Abzan mid range. Like you have to build together and see who likes what, and only like even lands like temples and stuff. Like you
Right,
can only have 4 total spread throughout all 3 fucking decks. Like that's pretty cool.
That is pretty sick.
So was it just standard? Was it standard draft, standard?
Standard. What they finished on standard.
Didn't they start?
I believe it's
Crow, would
team
you say?
draft.
Yeah.
Team draft to start,
So
and then team
cons.
standard.
and then team constructed
Yeah.
standard.
Yeah. So
Yeah, excuse me.
the pretty much the number one team that came out of that World Cup was the Denmark team with a mix of Abzan mid-range, Mardu mid-range, and blue-black control.
And the Dame Blast instead of Doom Blast.
Yeah, the Dame Blast.
I got
The
Dame
runner-up
blasted.
country was Greece, followed
smelly,
by
sticky
England,
bastards.
with USA coming in 4th place, and 5th South Korea. But actually, there's a lot of big names in this from the different countries, and there's a lot of people that you probably never heard of that are really good Magic players.
So what's-
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see a lot of the coverage of this.
What's like because since it's team, like one teammate might have like sucked ass and the other 2 carried him, but like what is generally most seen in the top 8 in the teams?
Right now, I would probably say we have a good mix of Abzan and Mardu mid-range and blue-black control. One or two Jeskai Zendices popped up, but that was about it. So I'd say it's more Abzan and Mardu heavy.
Yeah, I'm looking at right now.
Overall, for the entire weekend,
There was one
Abzan,
teamer aggro, though. I will say that.
It looks like
Abzan Whip was a big thing. The Sidisi and Abzan Whips were huge.
it looks like a good mix. You know, there's like blue-black control.
Yeah.
Couple Sultai whips, couple constellations, Gruul monsters, Boros mid-range.
Yeah, we have a Red Dex wins.
But yeah, it looks like Abzan and Mardu were...
They're pretty much the top dogs. But the standard right now is that a lot of different decks can actually make a splash in standard. Right
Yeah, that's a
now,
lot.
Which is nice. Even
It's
in,
nice not seeing just like mono black
Oh
and
my
fucking
God.
and then control as just like that's what we. That's all
It's
you play.
actually pretty... like
diverse.
Just think...
diversity. It's a great ship.
Yeah, think back like, 8 months or something where mono black was just reigning supreme and then mono blue.
Yeah, it's definitely a good change, especially like to watch. It's a lot. It's a lot
yeah.
better to watch, more interesting.
Since you guys didn't get a chance to see it all, it was pretty crazy to see in the top 24, the championships version, not the cup with the teams, but the top 24 players, how many whip decks there were. There was at least 8, if not like 12 whip decks between Abzan and Sidisi whips. It was whipping all
Sultai
over
whips?
the place.
just whips, dude.
Yeah, they were
Ghost
calling
Riding
Sidisi
Oh,
whip.
Sidisi
though.
whips?
Yeah, because that was the main, like, throw more shit in there kind of thing,
okay.
yeah. Hornet Queen, all over the
Sidisi's
place.
pretty sick. I mean, I was watching some
Abzan,
shit on it, and
that was a huge
Those zombies are coming
show.
out,
the
dude.
Whips was a big thing throughout the whole championships.
Yeah, Sidisi whip's pretty hard to combat. Like,
fucking that graveyard.
Especially if you always get
filled
there
up.
and you're gaining that much.
well, you just can't let them go long game because
Yeah,
you're just
well,
fucked.
They do have, they probably do have more long game than any other deck.
And especially if Sidisi's pumping out those zombies, like if they fucking hit pay dirt with the fucking zombies.
And then there's
you're
3
fucked.
cards in their graveyard every time they.
And then some
Every time
other
it attacks,
And they're like,
comes
well,
out,
let me just
back
bring
in.
out a fucking Hornet Queen, and you're like, well, I guess my Hordling Outburst isn't going to do dick.
I was selling a hot sauce the week before this tournament. There was another tournament. And I turned it on and onto a game where it was a whip versus Abzan mid range. And I looked at it. And I'm like, that's got to be a glitch. It's got to be a glitch. A lot of totals were the one dude who was playing the whip had 174 life, and the Abzan mid range guy had like 54 life. And as I watched, he went up to like almost 200 life. Well, the other guy went down to like 32. It was like,
People did, yeah.
this is insane. And it was game 1.
Taking like 45
it was
minutes.
the top. It was the final 8, so it was the first like round of the final 8, and it was game 1, and it was 55 minutes deep when it finished. Like, oh my god!
Wow.
Like, it was insane.
That was pretty brutal.
Fuck. 100 and something life, and that. I don't know.
Yeah, but they were saying that since there are such diverse decks, and the meta is still being flushed out. It's still
Constant change and flow.
yeah. Even
I
like
love
within each, not that there's like completely different decks, but just changes within the decks that are popular.
Mm-hmm.
There's adding and taking away cards. It's not like last season of Standard where it was like, okay, I play this and this and this, and then I might change out one card, in my sideboard. So
See, for that same kind of reasoning, like I get Keratin and Courser are fucking amazing. They're great.
And they're great.
But I can't wait till I rotate out so I'm tired of seeing the green deck having those 8 cards. Every single deck that has any green in it has Keratin and Courser.
well, the great thing is there's this big fear about Caryatid Courser just taking over the format, and nothing's going to be able to get by him. But like Mardu just doesn't give a fuck, and it's
Crackling Doom, man.
Crackling Doom. It's going wide. It's going tall. Like they don't care.
My top 3 favorite cards.
Yeah.
Love that
So
card.
I'm really glad to see that Mardu's actually getting some respect. Cause
Yeah, that's my favorite set too.
Yeah.
Mardu.
no respect
Love
around
Mardu.
here.
Hot knife.
Fucking hell yeah.
They can do it all, man. I mean, that haste flyer with lifelink, that's like that. A swing with that, and you're like, oh my god, I just got put back like 2 turns. Fuck, there's a lot of shit. And then
I feel like
tokens are a huge deal right now. Like just the goblins in
Dude,
general.
Every
they just
Mardu
swarm.
deck is playing Hordling Outburst.
Yeah, and that's what wins.
When I put it in my deck, I thought like, I'll just replace these eventually with better cards. But no, everybody's playing Hordling
No,
Albers.
Abzan mid-range can beat Mardu mid-range if they bring out Drown in Sorrow. If they don't pull Drown in Sorrow or Bile Blight, you almost can't beat Mardu mid-range. Like, it just... Yeah, you can downfall their shit, but you're still going to be attacking with 3 tokens every fucking turn. And Abzan just doesn't have enough creatures on the board at one time. They have, like, 4 at the most.
Yeah.
And that's, like, rare. You know, you usually have, like, 2. So it's just like that kind of beatdown, you know, it feels like the red-green monsters. There's not, you get like 2 creatures out there and you just try to do work, you know, you're not sitting there with a fucking million things and try to overpower. You're trying to overpower with 1 trampler, with 1 flyer.
So throughout the whole Courser and Sylvia Tit, going through it, just in my personal evolution of enjoying the game and going through it that much more. Like, at first, I didn't like blue at all. I didn't, and if I get it now, I'm trying to, like, I built a proxy Sultai control deck because I've been enjoying it a little more, understanding it. And part of it is I want to learn how control plays, so I can learn how to play against it.
Yeah, there you go.
And then it's also like I'm seeing now why it can be fun in its own way.
Right.
So with that progression in my own personal game, like, I've come to the conclusion that at this moment at least, green is my least favorite.
You know what's fun?
I hate green overall.
You know what's fun? Is fucking Mindswipe. That's what's fun.
Yeah.
When you get to use that, and you get to use it like efficiently, you're like, okay, that felt good. That felt good.
Fuck your desk guy burned
Yeah,
motherfucker.
didn't play your shit, and then I hit you for 6. That felt really good.
Yeah, it's kind of a beats.
No, that Sultai control
That's
deck I was
the
telling on
beast.
Hot Sauce, I played against a buddy of mine on Sunday, and I managed to get Garruk, Apex Predator, Kiora, and Ashiok on the board to the point where I was able to ultimate Garruk and ultimate Kiora, and at that point I was just kind of like toying with them. Like, I could have won like 3 turns before that. I was like, well, this is just gonna be sweet.
Nice.
Like, it's my first time getting ultimate these 2. I gotta have to do it because this is awesome.
Yeah, I've wanted to fuck around with Kiora because I don't think she's seeing that much play right now, but it seems like she could still like do some work in that green kind of go long game sort of thing. So
she's in my Sultai control. So
nice.
like, as I'm talking shit about Sylvia Tid and Courser, I'm not talking shit. I know how great they are. That's why it's like, I'm not liking green very much.
Sylvia
but-
Tid, and that's what I want to call it now. That's actually
Sylvia
that's
Tid?
the best name ever.
You like that?
Mistake to the fucking best name ever, dude. That's
Nice.
Sylvia Tid.
Well, I'd rather say that than how the fucking announcer SCG say it. It's like, carry added.
Carry added.
Fuck you. Just say carry it. How hard is that?
Readded.
Dude, I think like
Carry Tid.
Magic card names should have like the phonetic
it should.
spelling, you
It
know,
says,
like on
pronounced this way.
yeah.
Instead of
Samhain, not
instead of having like the
Samhain.
artist and like what
Samhain.
card number it is out of the set, you're like, I don't care what card number
Yeah.
it is. Put that in.
Well, I think it was Theros. They put out like a pronunciation guide. For
No way, they did really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's badass.
That's funny.
For all the different things for Theros, like where you're like, I don't.
And we still don't even use it. Nobody
Yeah.
even cares. We're just gonna fuck everything.
I just hate when people say mana.
Crawforix, what is
I
that?
hate when people say mana instead of mana.
Well, it is mana.
Top song, damn it. I hate
Mana.
Yeah.
Polukranos.
It's a theater.
Polukranos, you fuck! God damn. Polukranos.
Palukranos.
Yeah, Paul Ukranos.
Yeah, he's a Kranos with Paul.
So, speaking of another horrible segue, I've been working on this. It started out as a popper cube, and I just wanted to, like, pretty much, you know, other podcasts are talking about cubes all the time, and I definitely don't have enough money to even
I want
try
to
and
be
start.
part of that. I want
to do stuff too.
participate.
I'm not dumb. I was going to try and quote Godfather. So, anyways, and then I started adding uncommons just because, you know, we started playing during Gate Crash. So, I mean, we have some cards from, like, Innistrad and up. But for the most part, I didn't really have, like, enough that I wanted in there. So I started using uncommons. And come to find out, the format where you use commons and uncommons is called Peasant. So just commons is popper, and
So it's not
Commons
peasant, it's peasant.
peasant.
Yeah, you got one of those.
Yeah,
that's
no,
another one of those words.
yeah, throw an H in there.
Peasant.
It's pronounced herbs because there's a fucking H in it. No.
Cool whip.
So,
Cool Whip.
Which way?
I actually
Wheaton.
I bought some cards off of TCG Player, just a bunch of commons from Innistrad and Dark Ascension and all that to add to the cube. But I didn't really know what I was doing, and I kind of had some archetypes in mind. Like there's kind of like a green-white tokens. There's definitely like a mono-red aggressive burn. There's, big rampy monsters. There's mono-black kill fucking everything.
So you're saying you used the color wheel.
Yeah, I did. And I even threw in like some is it kind of shit. Yeah, I probably put too many cards in there, and there's like too much.
That was good.
No,
But,
it didn't seem like it. That was a good.
So I didn't really know how to draft it. I looked it up, and then, I just ended up making 4 booster packs for everybody. I just shuffled all the cards together, counted out 4
How many
booster
cards
packs.
total was in the cube?
So there was 4 booster packs each, and then there was 5
Extra,
for each person.
20 on top of it, so.
So however many
so
that
60,
is.
So 65
65.
times 4, just 260.
So...
Is that math correct?
But it worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. So why don't you guys go around and tell what you drafted, you fuck.
I don't want to talk about this.
I'm looking at you there, Sauce, rat
I
bastard.
went the heavy metal route and drafted everything red, and I won. And that's it. The end.
That's how it went down, actually.
That's pretty much
That's
what
how
happened.
the games went down.
Easy as that.
Yeah,
He's like, he just showed his hand, I have red, and we're like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
It was, I think, so it's, you draft, so you get a 40 card deck, obviously, you get your 23 spells and your 17 lands or whatever. I went 25 spells and 15 lands, which is like, all the naysayers are like, do not ever do that. But I just played nothing but 3 drops or lower, and like, not even that many 3 drops. It was just, whenever I saw a haste creature or a burn spell, I took it and did not ask questions. And so whenever I would fill up my hand with cards, as long as it was not lands, it was 2 or 3 points to the face or 1, 2, or 3 points with haste, and that's all I played. I drafted other stuff too, like some 3/1 whatever stuff, but honestly I didn't even play that shit because I just wanted nothing but burn spells the entire deck. And so everyone had good shit and like a proper curve and like a proper deck. And I was like, I don't even know what you guys are doing. I'm just going to burn a whole bunch.
I know.
Well, the thing was, you're the only one who drafted red, so you literally had, like,
Take
the
it
deck
away,
I had in
yeah.
mind when I built the cube. So you just had this, like, the tits to the wall fucking aggro burn deck. Which
Yeah.
is just...
I only hated 1 red card, too.
Yeah, you did hate it. Now I would have taken that shit. It was the one that do 3 damage to, or 1 damage to one creature, 2 damage to the next creature, 3 damage to the next creature. Is that the one you got?
I
No.
would have hated that one, too, but I hated
Who hated
Madcap
that? Someone hated
skills.
that.
Yeah, I hated that one.
Oh, you hated that one.
But
Okay.
he
You
hated
that.
Madcap skills, which I look back and I'm like, I think I want to take that
Yeah,
out.
that's an
Because
intense fucking
there is a
card.
lot of removal in the cube, like it's very removal heavy.
Yeah.
So that's why I felt okay about putting like high-powered uncommons in there.
I did splash black, though, because there are, like, the 3/1 with haste is a red and a black. Murder is 2 black. So, like, there's, like, some black that I was like, well, I'm going to take the murder, obviously, so.
Right.
Shit like that, but otherwise, it was just red.
They put Rancor in there for green.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I still have like some little tweaking to do on it,
I
but
missed that card.
so what was the epic deck that you
I was
built
trying
on,
to do
Ryke?
evasion and flyover with like blue and
Blue-white, right?
blue and white. Yeah.
Blue White Flyers?
I drafted all like I got fucking invisible stalker, which I thought was gonna be like with like linchpin. I got some other evasion cards.
Fog Bank.
I got some flying. I got
Oh,
fog bank. Good old.
Thank
Fog
God I
bank.
had burned,
Wait,
otherwise that
Stalker,
stops
didn't
everything.
I took that from you. You took the fog. I got the Stalker.
No, he
No,
had the
he got a
Stalker.
Yeah, I got the Stalker.
And
What's the
I
one?
passed- I
what's
passed
the one
it to
and
him.
2 blue?
He got 2 unblockable ones.
Yeah, I got some nice and and then I got some devotion.
know what you got. I
Not
don't know.
devotion, but
Well, it's the
some
same
bestow
kind of
guys.
2/2 unblockable, the Phantasm Warrior or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Two
Warrior.
blue and 1.
Yeah. So I pretty much just went for invasion or unblockable and flying, and then I was gonna boost them up with bestows.
And then you had like tempo for days, just bounce spells.
Yeah, I had a bunch of, I had
of-
like Sea God's Revenge. I had a bunch
Yeah,
of
shit
bouncer spells. Put your shit back into your hand. Put your stuff back onto your library. Just
Charge up
tempo.
your ass.
Yeah, just put them wherever you can fit them, type thing. And tempo. But it was it was no match for the mighty red and fast and hard.
But
hard decks.
how would you go?
I think I lost everything but one game.
So you were 1 and 2 then.
Yeah, I went 1 and 2.
You
Which,
mean one match or one game?
One match.
Okay.
Yeah, I went 1 and 2, but it was fun. It was good. I really liked the draft and the pauper, or the peasant.
It was good.
So besides my disadvantage of not having as much time in with you guys, and in particular not ever playing those cards before,
Right.
Because I started with M15. So besides that fact, I'm not like giving it a crutch. I'm just behind the curve trying to catch up to you guys at this point. So I still enjoyed my deck that I drafted. I didn't actually come out winning any of it. Like I won a couple games. I don't think I won any matches though.
You did like soul tie colors, right?
I had soul tie, yeah. So I was the only one with 3 colors.
Right.
But I was also the only one that actually had mana fixing. I
put each
4 dual lands, I believe.
I put each of one of the dual lands from cons in there.
The gain 1 life ones.
Yeah, the gain ones.
Yeah, you got them all in there.
So it worked. I didn't. Not one of my games did I lose because of mana fucking. Like it worked out fine. I drafted the fixing to go for it because I knew what I was trying to do, and I had 2 or 3 guys that were unblockables. Like one guy was the black guy who like a 2/2. If you own an island, he's a 3/3. And if you pay an island and 1 more, it becomes unblockable.
Oh, the Harbor Bandit
Yeah.
or fucking something.
Harbor something or other. So I was doing that. I was doing unblockables and flyers. And so I over my draft, like coming out of it, I didn't end up winning, but I felt happy with how I drafted. I was like, you know what? I thought it was a decent deck.
It wasn't like a train wreck.
Yeah, it wasn't like when our first time drafting with you guys. I'm like,
Yeah, it wasn't like a 5 color, whoever
Yeah,
the
5
hell.
color,
I couldn't even know what the hell
yeah,
that was.
that was a piece of shit. But whatever. That was not my first draft, pretty much at that point. So, at this time, I didn't win, and then I attribute it partially to never playing the cards, and partially to having less experience than you guys. But I wasn't mad at the deck itself. I thought the deck wasn't bad. I mean, I had evasion, I had removal, and I had flyer. I had the flyers and I had unblockable. So I was happy with it. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I won a few games. No matches.
What did you
but
go? Do you know? Oh, you didn't. You went 0-3, but you won. Like you went down to the game 3.
Every one of my matches went game 3.
Except for me.
Is that true?
Yes.
No, we went
I went
game 3.
undefeated though.
Yeah, he didn't.
He didn't lose
drop
a game.
one match.
Because that's why I was like at the end. I was like, all right, not to be a smug piece of shit.
That's right.
But I didn't lose the game.
That's
Just
right.
letting you know.
But you are a smug piece of
But
shit.
I am going to say, yeah. Humble brag. There we go. Keyword of 2014.
Humble brags.
So, but I loved it. I can't wait to draft the popper again. Or, well, fuck, I want to draft the popper, but I really want to draft this conspiracy box you bought for us because
That's gonna be
Yeah, that's going to be.
You're gonna enjoy conspiracy.
Yeah, hearing you guys talk about it before I was on the
You
cast, I was
are
like,
going
that
to
sounds fun as
live.
shit. And ever since then, I've been like, every now and then drop a fucking hint like, let's all go on a box of conspiracy.
You know what
I wanna
though?
draft
Something about
it.
conspiracy. Green is pretty good.
That's well, I'm not. I'm not saying that I wouldn't play green. I just drafted green playing Soul Ties how I was going for it.
Oh, you did just draft green.
Yeah,
You
so
did.
I'm not saying I won't play it. I'm just saying as far as like a constructed deck that I
I'm
wanna
saying you
build,
shouldn't play it. That's what I'm saying.
Suck a dick. I'm just saying that constructed wise,
It's not your favorite.
Least favorite color.
that's my
right.
least favorite color. That's all I'm trying to say. And I just built a Soul Tie control deck. It's proxied only right now, but there's green in that obviously because I'm using the same fucking shell of Carrington and Courser. I'm just saying it's my least favorite of the 5 colors at the moment at least. And I can't wait till those fucking rotate out. So I'm tired of hearing those fucking.
They're actually getting they're reprints. So they're going to get reprinted
Are they?
in Dragons of Tarkir.
You sure?
No, absolutely not.
I was gonna say, I don't think,
They're not getting reprinted.
I don't think so.
I bet eventually though. I think Courser would get reprinted.
Well, it's a great card. That's a
Down the
lot.
line.
They'll probably get printed in like non-standard sets, but eventually, way down the line, they'll reprint them because they're just
You know what they're gonna
efficient
reprint
cards.
in the next set? Thundermaw Hellkite.
You wish.
Yeah, right.
Is that the artifact dragon thing, or what the fuck is that?
No, it's the Stormbreath Dragon. It's the dragon that Stormbreath Dragon wanted to be. It's the 5/5 flying haste, and when he enters the battlefield, I think when he enters the battlefield, it does 1 damage to all flying creatures and taps them. So he gets in no matter what.
Ooh, baby. That is kind
Baby, I
of nice.
love your way.
Every day.
What was it, 6-6? Was it a 6-6 or a 5-5?
I want to be with you night and day.
So it's 5-5.
It's a 5-5.
Sounds right.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to duet. Why'd you stop?
So what'd you get? What'd you draft? What's going on?
I drafted the archetype that I was least excited about.
Green, black.
I
What'd you draft? I
drafted
forget.
white green.
White, green.
White green, like token
Does
slash.
that have a name, by the
Ramp
way, from
up.
previous sets?
Selesnya.
Selesnya.
Yeah.
Yes.
The unheard of Selesnya.
So I.
Kind of like that unheard of teamer, huh?
What was the. Pack
Exactly
one,
like
pick
that.
one. Didn't you pass
I
me?
passed the Nespian. I was gonna
passed that
beat
too,
in green.
unfortunately.
I was gonna be
No, you passed me the
the
bestow double strike white guy.
yeah, I passed
Oh,
you the
yeah.
Eidolon of Great Revels or whatever.
No, not the Great Rebels.
Or whatever. Eidolon of
Battle
double
or
strike.
something.
Eidolon of double strike.
Double strike.
That's what it
Eidolon
was.
of Great Battles.
It's like a double strike 1/1 for like 2 or 3, and then you pay 6 and you can bestow it.
yeah, I
Double
passed
strike.
him that, and I passed him a Nespian Asp.
I was so mad at myself.
Sort of
When
fun.
I passed that to you, and you passed it to him.
Yeah.
And this year, asked, and that card is great. I play on the duels every now and then. That's one of my
It's like
staples
the
in there.
biggest common bomb, like
Yeah, it's
generally
like.
speaking.
But at that point, I was trying to just go black blue, and then all of a sudden, like the second pack we went through, I was like, well,
I don't
there's
want
some good
countless
green
battles.
shit here.
Eidolon of Countless Battles, thank you.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
No, it's
I
not
passed
double
that.
strike. Eidolon of Countless Battles is just one that just
It gets for
+1/+1 for each enchantment and creature on the board.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I thought that it was the other way around. The
No,
rare
count-
one.
The countless battles is what
maybe
you just
not.
said.
Is it?
I
Yeah.
don't know what it is.
Ghostblade
Red
Ghostblade
Eidolon.
Eidolon, that's what it is.
That has double strike.
I knew that.
So
knew that
I
the
also
whole time.
had like a lot of.
Still playing you guys.
I also had like a lot of
Ghost playing
bestow
you guys.
stuff. I had Ghostblade Eidolon, Heliod's Emissary, Hopeful Eidolon. I had some other.
That sounds like a deck I would draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally did not. That's when like I said, when I was building it, I was least excited about that archetype, and I just got past all the cards
Yeah.
for it. Like I got Nyxborn Wolf and some other shit, and then I got Triplicate Spirits, Raise the Alarm, and then I had some like efficient,
Which is good. All
Yeah.
those are good.
yeah, definitely
They
good.
fall under the archetype. I mean, like, it's good.
And then I had some just big fat green guys, and then I had Nessian Asp and a couple like white removal, like exile spells
Right.
or whatever it was.
I picked pack one, pick one, Lightning Strike. And from
That-
there, it was love.
You know what? I can't believe
More.
I can't believe I passed you Murder.
Yeah, that was my pick 2, yeah.
Yep, and then I also I hate drafted Nighthawk.
Yeah, Vampire Nighthawk.
Vampire Knight. That's like
Should
my
not even be in there.
that's my favorite card.
That
and-
is a really good uncommon.
Okay.
Used to be rare.
Favorite cards of Magic, go.
Vampire Nighthawk. Favorite card of all time. Yeah.
I think it's like a top for me also. It's very, very good card.
This is a tough one.
Yeah, what's your favorite card?
It's a real
Master
tough one.
Biomancer.
Really?
Yeah.
You said Crackling Doom?
Fucking that card's so great.
Yeah, you should say that. That's a very, very good card.
Well, I mean, obviously we're picking stuff that, since we're relatively new, we're
Yeah, I mean,
a year and a half, 2 years into it.
Yeah,
You guys
Wasteland.
both in those comments. I only know your cards you talk about during the Pauper Cube.
Yeah.
I have no
Battles-
idea
Battles
what that
Cold.
card is.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just
I
favorite card of all
understand,
time.
but I'm going on cards
All
I've
time.
played,
Right,
not
right,
cards that. Previously,
I
I
know.
can go Bizarre Baghdad. I used to have that.
I know yours. I know yours.
what
No,
mine-
I actually I never played it. I don't even know what the fuck it does.
I got it.
just know of
It's
it.
in my head
because I
right
have
now.
it,
Okay.
this and that.
Besides the obvious one, the one that last podcast you were crying all about.
No, it's not that one.
It's not that one. No. I was going to say the whatever the green red Shockland. That's your favorite card.
Oh, the Stomping Ground?
Stomping Ground. That's your favorite
It's
card.
green-red, but it's the Flinthoof Boar.
I was just going to say Flint of Boar, you bastard.
Oh yeah,
Your
yeah.
first deck you made.
Yeah, that was the greatest card in all cards. Like, it's so brokenly good.
That's like it's like comes out for like 2 mana and then it puts like a 3/3
Yeah,
or
you
something.
control
right?
a mountain with the check land that's like, well, he's a 3/3 with haste and all that stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite card that I want to build a deck around that I have not been able to do yet, Waste Not. I want to build a deck around Waste
It's
Not.
got a lot of flavor.
You know what? I was listening because I ran out of like fresh podcasts, so went back and listened to some of our old podcasts, and I was like tearing up because I was listening to me talk about the Dimir Waste Not deck, and It's
so
gone.
sad.
It's gone.
You can build it in fucking Modern. Come on.
No, that's not going to do shit in Modern. There's a 8-rack deck I want to build in Modern, which is basically just a discard deck, and they added some waste nuts to it.
Remember
8-rack.
8-rack's good. It's actually expensive online. I couldn't find any 8-racks.
Remember that Modern deck, though, that has the Demir Guildmate?
Oh, the mill combo?
The mill combo.
Yeah.
And it's like really fucking cool where like whenever a card is put into a graveyard, do 1 damage to that player. And then the Demir Guildmate or whatever is like whenever it's either it's flipped or whatever. Whenever it does damage or whatever, for how much damage you do, discard that many cards. How many cards you discard do that much damage
mill.
or something like that. Or mill or whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Some shit like that.
Speaking of milling,
Hello.
I actually, for the first time ever, I milled somebody on Moto. And I don't. My deck isn't built to necessarily mill somebody. Not at all, actually. But I had a turn 3 Ashiok that I continued to plus and get rid of every removal spell he ever had in his entire deck. To the point where then he had 10, 12 cards left, and I got to, every time he had some creature out, they shooted me for 2. I could have brought out like one of his 20 creatures I had under my freaking card. But I was like, I'm just going to keep like my 1 blocker and his 2 attackers. He hit me for 1 or 2, whatever, so he bring me back down. And I was like, I'm just going to keep milling this guy. Fuck it. To the point where I got to like 10 or 12 cards left, and I got to Villainous Wealth him for 8 and take everything from him to like, oh, now I have all of your blockers, and now just as you just built a 4-creature board state and are able to attack in, like, nope, I now have all your creatures to block you with and cards to burn you, whatever the fuck he was playing.
So you don't even attack, you just like mill him. You just like
I
sit there.
did. Yeah, I just sat there. He had, when the game ended, I had, I want to say 18 life, because he never went after my life total. He kept going after Ashok the whole time. So at that point, like,
That's some value right there.
and so from there, at the end of it, he had gained, I think he gained like 26 life. So he's sitting there like 46 life at game end, and I beat him by milling him. And I was like, this was fucking sweet. Like,
Mill is definitely my favorite strategy.
like it's like a dickhead move, but for me, I didn't even build a mill deck. But I was like, I just milled the dude for the first time ever, and it felt fantastic. Makes you want to have like that waste now deck to also be a mill deck in some fashion, but you gotta figure out something. But it was just a lot of fun. It was cool.
Hell
It
yeah.
makes me love Ashiok that much more.
Yeah, Ashiok's actually making a little bit of a comeback.
It is.
I sold mine because, I think I got $10 for it, and I was like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah,
And my Sultai control deck right now has Ashioks in there, and I like them.
Yeah, the blue-black control decks are actually main boarding them now, I think, instead of sideboarding.
Ashiok is definitely a good card.
It does work, man.
So, I don't know about you guys, but, you ready for some motherfucking Noob's knowledge? Today's Noob knowledge.
It's brought to you by the letter L.
And Kellogg's.
They're great!
Yeah.
So,
Assholes. Why am I here?
today we're going to be briefly going over some sanctioned constructed formats.
Sanctions constructed. What does that even mean?
Sanction constructed means Wizard gives them the big thumbs up saying,
Use your DCI number and all.
yeah, they like them and they recognize them as formats. So obviously standard. Standard is the most popular.
But what kind of format is that? A constructed format?
It is a constructed format. Constructed meaning you construct it out of whatever fucking cards you want that you own.
60 card deck.
You build
60
your deck before you go to the shop to play.
60-card deck, 15-card sideboard.
Yes.
Have to have the sideboard.
It could be a 300-card deck if you wanted it to.
Yeah, 60 plus.
But it has to be 60 minimum.
Yes. So standard, obviously,
Cream crop.
it's for the past, I don't know, let's just say
6 years? What?
whatever cards are legal from the past 2 years, give or take. I forget what the...
It's the block you're in and the block previous.
The
Yeah, but-
format
That's
consists of the most recent core set release and the 2 most recent block releases, with one exception. Rotation occurs every Northern Hemisphere autumn fall when the new block releases and becomes standard legal.
You're way better at researching this shit. I'm just gonna... That's your job from now on. But they are about to shake
anyways,
up rotation.
Yeah. Shit rotates out. That's what you need to know.
Yeah, but they are going to shake up what standard consists of here pretty soon. But for the most part, it's you play with the newest cards and you have fun. and we all kind of know what Standard is. So, but the next, this is up for grabs. But I want to say like the next biggest
progression.
Yeah, the next biggest format is Modern, and it's like the newest constructed format.
Yeah, it's actually fairly new.
So why don't you tell them what Modern's all about, Ryke?
It is the newest constructed format, and it was introduced by Wizards of the Coast in the spring of 2011. It's due to the popularity of Legacy format, and which Legacy is pretty much unattainable for most people that are not like
98%
freaking
of
like
players.
Arabian Nights, like Gazillionaires, Oil Titans, and stuff like that.
It's pretty much a poor man's Legacy, but as of lately, the cards are just going up and up and up.
Yeah,
but it's still cheaper than Legacy.
But essentially, Wizards created Modern because Legacy cards, they're no longer in print. They're never going to be in print. It's just the way it is. People hate it. People like it. That's how it is. But Modern is more of it's a format that doesn't rotate. So pretty much any cards from the 8th edition core set and all expansions printed afterwards are legal cards to play in Modern. It's just kind of like it is a constructed format, so you can build a minimum of a 60 card deck, and you can have up to a 15 card sideboard. And the power level varies between each set because each set is designed independently from another.
Now, while Standard doesn't have any banned cards,
and then
Modern all the other sets basically do. And
all the other formats.
To preserve the Modern format from turning into like a Legacy power level type deal, they actually do maintain a list of banned cards that cannot be played in Modern, and those are mainly the cards that the power level is deemed
Jace the Mind Sculptor.
too powerful for the combination cards that are available in the Modern pool.
So, for example, as of recently, they banned Deathrite Shaman.
Deathrite Shaman, which was a 1-drop.
Black or green,
allowing way too much stuff. It was like a mini Planeswalker.
Yeah. And it was just too much
of the decks that were built around.
Yeah, you could build up mana. You can do damage.
Every deck in Modern had Deathrite Shaman in it. It was so bad. It was so prevalent.
Yeah, it was so prominent that it was just warping the format. Yeah. Because it's one thing where a card comes in, like Treasure Cruise, and everyone's trying to jam it, but there are ways kind of to adapt and, go around it.
But not a 1-drop, not a turn 1. This is gonna get value no matter what.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So they had to just ban it, and they do unban cards also. So
But they usually ban newer cards in that same moment.
You'll see they'll go through cycles. They'll ban and then unban at the same time, depending on what cards they're banning. I mean, certain I think what was it?
Bitter Blossom.
Bitter Blossom was unbanned. Some other ones were like the Nakatl, I think.
Wild Nakatl?
Yeah, Wild Nakatl was unbanned.
I don't know.
Some other cards, but it's really kind of like it's a living list. So it's not if say Jace the Mind Sculptor is banned now, that's not to say it will be banned forever. Most likely will be, but it's not to say that it can't ever be unbanned.
They were talking about it, and it's just turn 4. It's not that bad. It's. Because back when they banned it, it was just going rampant, but just with all
Jason Mind Sculptor
with Jason Mind Sculptor, but with all the sets that come out and all the formats and all that, or not formats, all the archetypes.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's still quite powerful for what it does. It's like a brainstorm on a stick, basically.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I'm not a fucking genius.
Yeah.
To brainstorm stick.
It's
It's
the
good
thing.
because you can brainstorm yourself, or you can sculpt your opponent's top deck to never allow them to have anything good.
Yeah. So that's Modern.
But yeah, it's Modern.
I didn't know.
It's a good format.
I didn't realize that it started only in 2011.
Yeah, it's really recent.
I did not realize that. I mean, just
back
getting
when we-
into it, but I just kind of assumed it's just been around.
Back when we first got into Magic, it was just starting to really gain popularity.
Yeah, and it came out with Modern Masters, blew it through the roof, and now it's all the cards are triple the price that they used to be. But yeah, that's Modern. It's a really good format. Check it out. You can learn a lot of good stuff, and there's a lot of different variety of cards out there and different deck types, which is really fun.
Yeah, when you are kind of sick of what you're seeing in Standard, it's the next step, I would say, is just go ahead and just go to Modern. Go look at the older cards, and then all right, here's more variety. That's same style archetypes, the control, the aggro, the whatever that you normally want to play. Cool, now I have more flexibility and more powerful cards.
Well, that's the best part about my cousin buying the dual deck anthology is I'm sitting there just playing with cards that I've never seen before, and just just kind of you're playing your standard deck, and I love my fucking Feed the Butcher deck. It's amazing. I love it. I'm loving like the Sultai Control. I've just started to build it, and I'm having fun with it. I've only played a few matches. I'm liking it. However, it's really a lot of fun to sit there and they're just dual decks, a shitty dual decks they put out, whatever. Putting this anthology set, and they're like better dual decks than whatever it may have you. But for me, I'm sitting there playing with cards that I've never even seen before, and going like, I get a hand going like, oh, okay, I can keep that. Like, that could be fun, and then figure out what to do with the deck as I'm playing it. Like, I have no idea what my plan is until I get card after card to see like what I'm trying to build into.
Dude, we could build
just a lot of fun.
We could build a sick ass cube if you buy the anthology, and then we just part that bitch out.
That would actually be kind of cool.
It would, right? You could take like a third of all those cards and just put them into the
That's
cube.
actually a really good start to a cube.
It is. It's $100 for like a super cube.
Don't say things like that around Christmas time.
$25 a piece. I mean, we're all
it would be a cube.
So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, I'm talking about buying that 3x3 If Lands Could Kill playmat to film videos on and stuff. Like, I want us all chip on it because that just sounds awesome. Same kind of thing that a fucking cube that we all chip on sounds good to me. And that's like you said.
Actually, we should just get all the cards and put them together.
Every card printed ever. But also, one of the good things about Modern is that, like Ryke was saying, it's a non-rotating format. So what most people do is they get a deck that they like to play, and they just get really good at playing that one deck.
And then they tweak.
And then they tweak it with
personal taste.
Yeah, and they tweak it, and then when cards come out, they say, "Oh, this might be good in it, whatever." But it's not like standard where it's like I built my Mardu deck, and then I fuck around with other decks or whatever. I might build them here and there just for fun. But it's like that deck, that Modern deck, hopefully is going to be around for a long time, unless
gets banned.
Yeah, especially if it's like a combo deck and they ban a piece, then somebody's going to be really pissed off that they just spent like $500.
I see it the other way. Like, I understand the whole argument is, well, standard keeps coming, it keeps rotating, so it's a constant money on it. And then Modern, you spend your one set money on that one deck, but you're stuck with that one fucking deck. You want to spend $1,000 on one Modern deck and then realize 2 years later I'm still playing the same fucking deck? Like, I get it. I understand why people do that. They want to spend more money on this and that. But, I mean, to me, isn't Magic supposed to be about, the variations of things you can do? And the 10,000 ways there is to win a one fucking game. Like, that's the fun of Magic to me. Brewing some random ass deck and playing with it, and then or building your deck you really want to get better and better and better at, and then it rotates out. But you know what? Then you build your next great deck. Like to me, like I don't ever plan on spending $1,000 on a Modern deck. Like I understand why the format's fun. I get it. I get people only spend the money the one time. They just keep playing it. But for me, like everything in my life, I like to have variations to it. Like I can't eat a steak meal that's just steak all the way through. I have to have like something else with it. I need some change. I need variation. So for me, it's like I don't care that I spend a few more bucks on more standard cards. I like the collecting. Part of it is I like collecting too. Well, part of it is I like brewing something else up and playing with it rather than just having one fucking thing I look at every goddamn day.
Well, the thing is, I'm glad you bring that up, because the thing is, there's a bunch of different formats. So you just get like one Modern deck. And then if you ever want to play Modern, boom, I'll just go grab this deck box. You're still playing Standard, you're still playing Commander, you're still doing everything else. Where you can.
It is true. People that play Modern usually don't just play Modern. It's just like, now is the time to play Modern because like Standard's a little stale. Let's go ahead and get like 2 months out of Modern and then you go back.
Too. Like, there's a Modern season and then there's a Standard season for like if you're playing professional.
I feel like right now, like I've only just started now, but from hearing different things and watching different things, like this is one of the best Standard situations right now. Like Collins has been fantastic for playability. Like to see the meta changing this much and constantly ebb and flow of this is great right now. Abzan's the shit. Oh, Jeskai combo, Jeskai tokens, Jeskai aggro, Mardu midrange. It's like it's constantly changing and it's fantastic. And so, but I feel like you guys are saying like most Modern players like play other formats too. I feel like majority of like listening to their podcasts and people, I feel like the guys that play Modern strictly play Modern. Not strictly, but majority play mostly Modern with
Those are
like
just,
a
they're
stash
just
of
crabby
standard.
old men.
Yeah,
That's what I don't like.
there are those players that yearn for the early years of
The
Magic.
good old days.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Shit evolves. Like,
So-
I understand and respecting your roots and knowing where shit came from. I'm all about that.
Well, that is still why that standard is the most popular format.
Yeah.
Because people want what you want.
They want-
Which is
they
what
want the
we
new
all
shit.
we all agree with you. You know what I mean? We all want to play standard because we love the variety.
Well, the reason
But
people
there is a thing about modern that like
There-
Some
there is-
people that
there's
just
something
like
about it.
chess.
there,
That's all they want
yeah,
to play is chess.
there is. I mean, the decks are getting up there in money, so that's generally why people stick with one deck. And that's what a lot of the pros say is that if you want to, get good at Modern, just pick one deck and get really good with that one deck. Be the best fucking mill player you can be, And so,
Not very good. But.
yeah. But
I get it, but that's just
Yeah, it's definitely
fun of
definitely
Magic to
a
me
different
is
mentality.
the variation of ways you can win. Now, like these are my 3 routes of winning for this deck, and this is the only 3 ways I'm ever going to win again.
Definitely takes a certain
Fuck
mentality
that.
to play.
That's boring
Modern.
as shit.
Like exclusively.
speaking of boring as shit, let's talk about Legacy.
That was a shitty segue.
Well, before we
That's
can
the
talk
best segue so
about
far.
Legacy,
And the screen just goes black. Legacy is
yeah, Legacy is like, all right, well, Legacy is another turtle format.
This is before computers were ever invented.
Legacy is cool because it allows all cards from all legal sets, but it does have a ban list just like Modern. But the ban list is very very small, and it just pretty much has the Power 9 is banned.
Actually, I got a question for you. You can use commander cards in Modern, right? Like when they come out,
Yeah,
Containment
Any
Priest.
set.
Containment Priest. Can you use Containment? Is that Modern legal?
I don't think so.
No,
But with Legacy, you can.
Legacy, you can.
You can use
Things
those
like
cards.
the what
True
was
Name
the-
Nemesis.
Yeah, True Name Nemesis came out, which is a commander card. It cannot be played in Modern, but it can be played in Vintage or Legacy.
right.
Legacy is a really very, very diverse format because there is a huge amount of cards. A lot of broken cards, because like Jason Mind Sculptor can be played. You can play all sorts of different things. Like
Also, the thing with that is
Sensei's Divining Rod or whatever it is, top.
I'll show
Since-
you my divining rod.
since they use cards from all of Magic, most of the cards they use are going to be those really powerful spells from the early days of Magic.
Yeah, all the powerful blue. Legacy is pretty much a blue man's game.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of blue cards, a lot of blue spells, a lot of fun, but it's also very, very blue heavy. But Legacy does have a small ban list. It's mainly like the Black Lotuses, the Mox Ruby.
Well, those are restricted, correct?
No, that's Vintage has a restricted. We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Legacy actually has the Power 9 is banned. You cannot use those cards.
Gotcha.
Banning many new cards to reduce the power level of the format. I think I'm trying to think of some recent cards that may have been banned, but they're separate from all the other ban lists. Like the Legacy has its own separate ban list from Modern's ban list, so it's a completely different format.
Because it's a different card pool, so
Yeah.
there's different interactions.
Yeah.
So, what about Vintage?
Vintage is pretty much like the Type 1. This is like the OG Magic format. So all cards from all sets are legal in this one, kind of like Legacy, but it does include the Power 9. But there is a caveat that the high power level cards are restricted. So that means if you play a Black Lotus, you're restricted to 1 Black Lotus per deck.
So, just the one of in every deck.
Yeah, so say you on a Mox Ruby, you can only play 1 Mox Ruby, but you can still play Black Lotus alongside that as long as your wallet can, handle it. But you're only restricted to 1 of those cards. Like most mod or standard format, you're restricted to 4 cards. For these power level cards, you're restricted to 1. There are some banned cards in Vintage. Some people don't know, but older cards like ante cards, which required you to ante, which essentially you would bet a card,
Yeah.
and if you lost it, you would literally physically lose that card, and the other player would own that card. They don't have that anymore, like manual dexterity
My cousin
cards.
is buddy like that. Their whole thing when I first started getting my cousin into it, it's like So when you play, you bet you lose your cards when you lose, right?
Like it's like
my god,
Pong.
dude,
It's
no,
Pong, you know?
like
you
that'd
lose
be
your
so
Pongs.
fucking expensive. Like fuck no, it doesn't go like that.
That was my
we
best
could have
slammer.
Side bets, I guess, but no, that's not the norm.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
There used to be cards like that in the very, very first iterations of Magic.
You lose your Alpha Lotus.
There are things like anti-leagues,
Yeah,
but
and there's
that's
like,
a whole
and there's some
different-
cards that are like banned, like some of the conspiracy cards, which like hinder the flow of like an event or something like that. Like the ones like, oh, you take a look at your opponent's like drafting cards next to you, like just
Right,
weird
right.
cards like that have no place in a standard format. Just cards like that are banned. And thank you, Crabbot or whatever you are.
And so,
That's vintage. So vintage is like no holds barred, pretty much, except for the restrictions of Power 9 is limited to like one.
so
card.
those are like basically like the most played competitive formats, correct?
Legacy is really big right now, mainly because
SCG.
yeah, Star City Games is like primarily focusing on Legacy.
They're carrying the flag.
That's where their moneymaker is. But Modern, they play Modern now, but it just doesn't get as much limelight for SCG. But Modern is still a really pushed format by Wizards because it is really relatively new.
So, a little side note here. Don't want to get too off topic because we only have 29 minutes left. But SCG changed up a little bit their format for their weekends to where it's going to be more like a GP, so it's going to be like a 2-day thing. So there's going to be 3 formats, one of which is going to be the main format, which is going to get coverage, and the other two are going to be just played on the second day, like minor events.
Yeah, they're just
so all
touch on
the Legacy players are just pooping their panties. And they're pooping their panties because it's not going to get a lot of camera time anymore, so it's going to die.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know
could
what?
happen.
I'm kind of okay with that because to me, watching Legacy is boring as fuck. I'm sure if I was into it, then I would be upset too. But guess what? I'm not into it. It's like masturbation with cards.
I hate seeing turn 2. Oh, destroy your land. Okay, turn 3. Oh, I'm gonna destroy
don't
your
like
land again.
Wasteland?
Like just seeing like, okay, it's turn 5.
Land destruction.
Each player has 1 land, and it's just like countering everything that's going on. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what the fuck is happening right now? Like, no one's playing a game.
Yeah, the only thing I like about Legacy is the true dual lands. That's the one thing I like.
Yeah. That'd be
Oh yeah. Those are like
That'd be
a
cool.
grip of money.
Those are like almost like what $200 a piece now,
Oh
At
my
least.
god.
and you need a set of 4 of like 2 different sets.
It is crazy though. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fetch for a forest. Okay, cool. Let me just bring in an untapped forest.
Right.
That's sweet. Cool.
So yeah, basically they're changing their style up a little bit, but they're still going to be
kinda
hosting
cool.
Legacy.
I hope they would give Modern more limelight.
Yeah, pretty much
It needs
they're
some
going to be
injection.
like rotating what is getting the limelight, but they're still all 3 formats are getting supported. So,
But that
or at least
is-
that's my understanding of
what
it.
else we got?
Structured formats.
So those are the
section.
competitive, sanctioned, structured, constructed formats. We also have some kind of fun,
Casual.
very casual formats. We have Commander is the most popular of the casual formats, which we went over a couple podcasts ago. But it's a singleton format. Where,
Elder High Dragon was the original.
yes, Elder,
Actually,
Highlander, Drylander.
Crow had that last time.
What?
He actually, you knew the name, didn't you?
Elder Dragon
LDH?
Highlander?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like surprised. I was like, this guy knows some shit.
So basically, it's a singleton format, meaning you can only use one of each card in your deck, and your 100th card or your first card or whatever is going to be your commander. So it has to be a legendary creature, and all the cards in the rest of your
Doesn't have
deck.
to be a legendary creature anymore. It has to be a legendary creature or a planeswalker.
Specified.
How dare you.
Specific.
No, but remember,
Planeswalker.
Planeswalker specified though. Yes.
Yeah.
Has to actually
Yeah,
say,
a special-
not this
a,
commander.
a legendary creature or a special commander, planeswalker, fuck. But basically, the rest of the cards in your deck can only be the color of whatever your commander is. And then usually it's a multiplayer format, so there is like...
It's a lot more
one-
fun when it's more when it's like 4 people. It's more fun.
Yeah,
than
it's
just one-on-one.
usually up to 4. There is a variation where it's just 1-on-1, and there's slightly different rules and slightly different ban list or whatever. But for the most part, we just play regular commander. Even if it's 1-on-1, it's just still the same.
The deck's
Who's banned?
Well,
I
it's
think
not as fun
Primeval
one-on-one,
Titan.
honestly. Like, it's just
that's a good card.
that's why.
And also the green one from Ravnica, Primordial something or other. Anyways, I tried to think of it in another podcast. I couldn't think of it, but they banned it. So yeah, that's Commander. We've talked about it quite a bit.
Yeah, Commander's fun.
And I'm starting to compile my zombie deck. So I'm getting cards in left and right, fucking wasting my money on trying to pimp out my Commander deck.
He was going to go foils.
Don't play enough. Yeah.
I'm going like half foils.
I'm pretty much like
see.
trying to get into eBay buying with different cards and whatnot. I'm like trying to like stop myself from making my actual Mardu deck all foil. I need to not do that. It's already expensive enough.
Our buddy Peppermint Swirl, when we were just getting into it, we were real casual, like not even knowing the rules. He pimped out his whole deck, and obviously he wasn't like playing great cards, but he just foiled out his entire fucking deck. So it was like foil Rock's Faith Menders and foil Murders and shit. He had like an Orzhov deck. Anyways, it was pretty cool.
Having 4 foil Cracking Dooms, though. That's a guarantee. It's
going to be nice.
I already have 2. I've got 4 more on the way. So.
Nice.
Which is why you're getting one.
Not only does it do work, it does work in style now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
shiny.
also
Lighting
another popular casual format is Pauper. We've mentioned it a couple times. We actually it feels like quite a while ago. Last standard season, we built standard Pauper decks, which is all commons, and so standard obviously meaning whatever's legal in standard, but only commons. But lately, especially on Moto, I'm getting sick of standard a little bit, just because I'm getting tired of playing my deck. So I've been playing a lot of Commander online, which is fun because
How does that go? Because I've watched some streams of it, and it looks fucking annoying to watch at least.
So
there's so many little screens, like it's hard to
I've
fucking see
only
what's going
been
on.
playing the one-on-one because when I like join a game or whatever, it just automatically does one-on-one. I'm not sure what like option you need to go into to make it
That was the thing.
4-player. But so I've just been doing one-on-one, and it's kind of cool to like play test my zombie deck and see what I like and see what I don't like. So I've been playing a lot of that, and I fucking love my fucking zombie deck. It's fucking sweet. And so back to Pauper, I've been playing a lot of Pauper on Moto as well, and I'm not sure like what the ban list is, but it's basically all commons all the time.
Pauper was actually a Magic variant that was born in Magic Online.
Why don't you explain what Pauper is there?
So Pauper is only common cards are legal. So any common card is legal. And it was created on Magic Online as a format like in December of 2008.
Huh, wow.
And now it's like one of the it's not sanctioned, but it's one of the more popular formats on Magic.
Yeah, it's
Online.
cheap.
You use
Because
the
it's
cards that you wouldn't fucking use, essentially.
Exactly.
And literally
it's kinda
on
fun.
Magic
I
Online.
got this stack of 5,000 cards right here. I've never used before, but now I can. That's cool.
And there's like online, like a Pauper deck is like $30 for like a really good competitive Pauper deck, which is really nice.
I definitely agree. I was trying to look up. I found this deck on MTG Goldfish, and it is fucking awesome. I'm not sure where the fucking link is. I'm not going to try and find it, but it was a Reanimator deck. I was like, oh, cool, Reanimator. I like that shit. And so basically, it's just all of the draw cards and discard spells. So Ponders, Brainstorms, Compulsive Research, Faithless Looting, and then there's these enchantments which whenever a creature with 6 or more power enters the battlefield, or mana cost or something enters the battlefield, you can, if the card's in your graveyard, you can attach it to the creature for free. So there's one enchantment that gives flying, one that gives haste, one that gives trample. So I just try and put all those in the graveyard along with a Ulamog Crusher.
Eldrazi common.
Yeah, so basically it's an 8/8 that has to attack every turn, and it has Annihilator 2, which means when I attack, the defending player has to sacrifice 2 permanents. And so I had... So, it's kind of fun because I get to play with those early kind of blue cards that are, somewhat... you can make it broken. But I can do a turn 2, they concede. I can't win on turn 2, but they'll concede on turn 2. So the God draw is I have a
So Princess Land's become God Draw.
yeah. It's
I like it.
It's happened a couple times, and the person isn't even mad. Like they're impressed when it happens. They're like, "Wow, that's epic. I like your deck." So pretty much, I use one of my spells where I discard. So I draw 2, and I have to discard 2. And
It's a red one, right?
no, it's blue. So it's Ponder, Brainstorm, or fucking which one of those. And I draw 2, and I discard 2. So hopefully, I play an island. I play that spell. I discard the.
That was like draw 3, discard 2. Isn't that not correct?
I think that's compulsive research.
Okay.
You know what? We're so fucking
cares?
noobs.
Doesn't
We don't
matter.
fucking know. If I had the list in front of me, I'd be able
Brain
to tell
maggot
you.
or something? I don't know.
Yeah, something along those lines. So I draw cards and I have to discard 2. I discard Ulamog's Crusher and I think it's Dragon's Breath. I don't fucking know what the
Gives it
enchant's
haste?
called. So it gives it haste. So I discard both of them into my graveyard. And then turn 2, I play a Swamp, and then I play Exhume, which each player returns a creature card from his graveyard to the battlefield. So basically, I have a 8/8 with haste with Annihilator 2 on turn 2.
And they don't have any permanents.
And so they have one,
lands.
maybe 2 lands, maybe 1 creature.
Yeah, maybe get rid of their land and a
And
creature.
then
Yeah.
get rid of their
Oh,
2
their
things. And then it goes back to their turn. They play their 1 land.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to your turn, and they have to sacrifice that land and another permanent.
So pretty
every
much,
time.
as soon as I get it on
Basically, you're a cocksucker.
yeah, basically. I mean, it's only happened, a handful of times, but when it happens, it's great. But there is a little bit
That's
more
kind of
like
hilarious, right?
there is a
Oh
little
my
bit
God,
more like
that's crazy.
technique to it,
Like some aggressive mulliganing.
Yeah, so
mulligans.
it's definitely fun to fuck around with, just to
Mulligan's Island.
trying to get that little combo going. But I definitely enjoy it, and it's just nice to kind of play with commons. See what like different styles you can create with it, like boundaries kind of breed creativity. If you give certain parameters, then that forces you to be creative within the parameters. So that's definitely fun. And I think the last one we're going to talk about is Cube. So Ryke Cardine, why don't you talk about Cube?
What is a cube? It
Well, it usually has
4 corners,
yeah,
I
the
believe.
corners.
8. It's 8 corners.
Wait a
But
minute.
it's fine. It's fine.
box is
It's fine. It's fine.
squares,
Nobody
4 corners.
at home anymore.
What's a cube?
Don't even know.
What is geometry? I don't know. I failed.
Okay, so basically, Cube is whatever the fuck you want it to be.
Yeah.
You add whatever cards you want, and then you draft it, or
It's a pool of cards that contains a minimum of 360 cards to accommodate an 8-player booster draft.
correct. And there's different ways to draft it, like the Rochester
Yeah, so I
draft.
kind of want to try those random drafts sometimes. Just 'cause
Yeah.
they're just weird. I understand. Like I've heard different descriptions of the different styles of drafting that I didn't know about until I heard some other podcasts talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's a weird way to draft it. Okay, well, that sounds that
Like
sounds shitty. That one sounds kind of cool.
Like you put like 5 columns or something, and
Yeah.
then you either take a row or a column,
Yeah,
and
it's actually
then
a fun draft.
something like
This
that.
is one I was looking up called Wizard's Tower, and it's very different, very strange. Where you get like a couple set of cards, and then there's like a pool in the middle. That when it's your turn, like you get to draw a card, you can like choose one of those like 5 cards that are showing. And once those 5 cards are gone,
Like Texas
you
Hold'em
flip 5
magic?
more over. Exactly. The open pool is
Come on, River!
everybody's cards are there. It's who next turn you get to choose which cards are going to help you then, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I don't know the
That is
exact
kinda
details of it.
interesting.
Yeah, you
Just play
buy-
it once.
Yeah, you use like 1 fat pack or something like that. So you have like nine packs through like 4 people or whatever it is.
Huh.
And then you get a couple cards in hand, and then you draft out of that. Well, you play out of that.
That is so Texas Hold'em. It's funny.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it sounds fun to me. Like I looked at the rules before, whatever, but it's not like super in depth, like hard to learn. It's just like you buy a fat pack and you pretty much play Texas
And you're good
Hold'em
to go.
style.
Nice.
And it sounds fun to me. I want to play it.
No, that's
I
pretty
want
cool.
to try it.
So
Fat pack isn't that much money for us to have a night of fun.
yeah, exactly.
The cube is fun because it's whoever constructs the cube can predetermine the cards that they want. And
Play whatever they want.
So
a lot of times it's like the most powerful cards in Magic if you have that available to you. But for like someone like us, we can put,
Our
a
peasant
pool,
cube together.
peasant cube together, or like a
was a
pool of
fun time, though.
of cards that we have that we like
And
personally.
it didn't cost
or-
$800.
So
Yeah.
same thing. Cards you would never really play with necessarily before. Really.
Yeah, they'd just be sitting in
Now
the
you got
fucking
to have a
Yeah.
fun time.
You got to force stuff to like work,
And it's something.
that's
It's a
fine.
working project. Like you can have a cube that goes on forever.
That's really that's the funnest thing is like you create your own meta. So, you put in these archetypes. Like I just found this other archetype that's within my parameters I set for myself, which is Innistrad up. So I found this archetype which I'm going to put in the cube, which I'm not going to tell you guys about because I want to draft it for myself.
Fucker.
No, it's that spider spawning deck I was talking about on Duels, where it's just basically self-mill, and then you bring out all these 1/2 fucking spiders. And I
I
just...
played against that one on there. That guy's an asshole.
it's really fun, but I just want to create that archetype, I want to make
Does it have
specific
flashback,
art.
too?
Yeah, it has flashback, too.
And you continuing to like bring like 4 at a time. Like, they're going to flashback again and make 4 more, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, that's
So
intense.
flashback forever. That's cool. That's great.
Well,
I know it doesn't.
Exiles.
No, because it exiles when you
That's
flashback.
what I thought you were saying. Okay.
Okay, well,
You use flashback once in Exiles. You're right.
But there's ways to get the card back in your hand, before you flashback.
Gotcha.
So, anyways, I'm just trying to create little different archetypes and little different decks, and then it's kind of like and then I take it to you guys, and then you guys like do things that you make draft choices and decks that I didn't necessarily know they were there. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of a different way to I really like deck building, so it's kind of a different way to let that creativity flow in that direction. So
You know you want to throw Evolve in there, right?
I think I do.
Good.
so I talked about SG
Very good
Doc
comments.
before. I actually have him on the phone here playing right now.
Yeah.
He has a Bruise Day Tuesday. Every Tuesday, he builds a new standard deck, and he, based on whoever's like watching his stream, he puts a vote on some other page. Everybody votes like which deck they want to build, and everybody puts like a title to her style, and they vote like the most votes. Like he builds that deck right then. So it's fun
Nice.
to watch him brew some deck and then go play standard tournaments with it. It's
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's fun. He's a good stream watcher.
Oh yeah.
SG Doc. I suggest it.
Nice. Well, I think we're almost fucking like 3 hours into this bitch, so let's
Go another hour.
yeah, fuck it. You don't have to work tomorrow, right? Actually, I don't have to work tomorrow, so just magic all night long.
Fine.
I might take my pants off too. Who knows?
Aren't they already
I'll
off?
believe.
Yeah, we might get some ginger beer in me. Who knows what's gonna happen?
I know. It's crazy.
Ginger beer, some sex. What, you want ginger beer?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been it for If Lands Could Kill. Thanks for tuning in. Quickly, where can people reach you if they want to send you pictures of their penis? Hot sauce?
Twitter okay.
What? Like I said, I don't have my own Twitter. All I use is If Lands Could Kill with one L.
So
I'm the
basically,
kill.
you're the one who runs our Twitter account.
I try to do the Twitter, and
the
that's pretty
Twitterverse.
much how you
And the
get me. I mean, you
Facebook.
can go to Facebook, If Lands Could Kill, full, because they don't have a fucking limitation to characters
Right.
on Facebook. So yeah, If Lands Could Kill. And otherwise, my personal stuff, I ain't giving it to you. So I am out of here.
And Ryke, what carrier pigeon service can people find you at?
You can send your money order checks to P.O. Box 745.
Someone's gonna get rich.
You can reach me through nothings. No things.
What's your name on Moto?
No.
Oh yeah, on Moto, I am just TEH hot sauce.
Yeah,
K hot sauce.
It's just Ryke, R-Y-K-E. You can find me on Moto. Or you can send me a Twitch TV at Ryke_Cardine, K-A-R-D-I-N-E.
Oh, actually, I did do a new Twitch thing too, which I haven't used yet because I'm not streaming anything right now. But it's just same that copied you. It's ILCK_hot sauce.
Nice. I actually streamed The Binding of Isaac the other day.
I watched.
Oh, you liked it? You loved it?
So I didn't really know about the game too much, but basically, like if you die, you just start over.
Yeah,
and I thought
roguelike.
Yeah. I didn't really get it. I thought it was more like Zelda like. So when it started me over, I was like, "Fuck this," and I stopped. So it was like 10, 15 minutes into it, and I was just like, fuck this shit, I'm out of here.
This is like old school Sega. What the fuck?
Yeah,
exactly.
do I have to blow into it? What I gotta do? So,
Where's the game genie?
Yeah, he's like, I gotta save my game, Jimmy.
I'm a very
Jimmy?
game Jimmy.
My game, Jimmy.
Yeah, you gotta protect yourself when you're gaming.
Blow on it.
Exactly.
So I'm a very fickle streamer, but I always, if I do stream, I'll post it on Twitch post it on Twitter right before I go on, and then I stream all sorts of stuff: PC games, Xbox One, NES,
Moto.
fucking Moto.
I can say
whatever
that
it is.
I have time off starting on Friday, and I'll be on I'll be out of town for like 10 days. But after that, I mean, like I'm gonna be home for like 12 days with nothing to do, which means that I hopefully can add a little bit more to the Twitterverse and freaking stream a little bit or whatever. Just do a little bit more community stuff in
Right
those 12
on.
days.
I like it. What about you?
You can find me at Samhain Crow on Twitter, SAMHAIN Crow. And then on Facebook, if you want to find me, Jersey Malkoff, JERSEY.
He went for it.
Dude, just fucking
Hey, don't
balls deep.
Good thing I'm not a friend of yours on Facebook.
Balls
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
No. I'm unfriending you right now.
What are they really going to do?
They're gonna-
send me some hate mail? I
they're
don't
gonna-
care.
they're
It'll be funny.
They're gonna find out things I
Send
don't
you a
want them
care
to find
package
out.
of fucking used.
AIDS.
Yeah,
Use the AIDS.
AIDS.
My address isn't on there. My
Second-hand AIDS.
That's the worst kind of AIDS.
Facebook knows everything, just like Google.
And also, if you want to get a hold of me,
Maliciously,
I am on Twitter at knife_city. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me because I check it every day on my breaks at work. So, and also Knifecity Alchemist on Twitch, Knifecity Alchemist on Moto, if you want to get some games in. So, thanks for listening, in, guys, and
I hate you all.
Catch you on the flip side.
I've been Knifecity.
I've been Knife City.
I've been,
You're not still?
and you.
Samhain Crow.
Ryke.
Hot to the sauce. The sauce boss.
Sexy.
Sauce is the boss.
Bye-bye.
Today, I want to say I watched it. Because
So I was doing a marathon with trannies.
it was like, it said, I don't know, it said the title was something odd. As in, it said something about, like, this is an odd video in some way in the description.
Yeah.
And then this dude's got, the head of his dick is like we're talking, like a muffin. Like two,
One of those
2.5 inches.
situation.
2.5 inches in fucking diameter. And the rest of it's pretty normal. The head is just like huge, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is I'm like, yeah, I'm like, okay, this is strange, but I'm like, all right, is she gonna take it? Like, is it gonna work? And then she like takes it, and then it goes up to her. She's got a third tit below one of her other tits, not a
little nubbin?
not a paper machine. No, it's like a pretty. It's like half the size.
Not like
of her
Total
other tit.
Recall third.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's not
Total
a
Recall.
good-looking tit. It's like
Like, oh, I wish my girl had that.
it's like a 2/3 scale of her fucking left titty. Below her left titty.
Like, get that awkward mutation out of here.
It's like a deformed.
It's like deformed porn. So it all clicked. I was like, okay, that's the weirdest dick ever. And then I see that, and I'm like, so they just getting off on deformed shit. Okay, I'm like, all right, that's
There's a little bit of porn.
so then the doorbell rang and I had to